Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's Wednesday night, so you know what that means. That means we jump into another AEW Dynamite live stream and a night with so much action. I had to call in for support. It's going to be a fun one, so strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and we are happy to be back at it again. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. I see that chat filling up already. But as always, we're looking forward to a fun show here tonight. We start Wednesdays off with all the hopium, all the excitement. Crazy card ahead. Mystery opponent for Ospreay going against Cal's family. Who could it be? We don't know. Swerve Ricochet running it back. Should be fun. Should be interesting. But you know, I needed a little help tonight. I needed some heavy lifting here tonight. So I did bring in some support. But I will remind you who we are. As I am Mr. Everynight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Mr. Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I'm Big Nick, and yes, my guy, I'm excited to watch this and everything because we've got Ricochet versus Swerve. You mentioned Ospreay versus TBD, your favorite out there,
right?
Yeah, so it seems like a very stacked Dynamite as we're on the way to Grand Slam. We just don't know if, when, where, or how we're going to be able to watch Grand Slam.
Yeah, we will talk a little more about it. And like I said the other night, the digging I did and the looking around I did, it looks like it will air at 8 p.m. At usual time slot from 8 till 10 on Saturday night on the 15th. So technically up against Vengeance Day. And it will be a taped show. Now, according to Tony Khan in a recent interview, it was never intended to be a pay-per-view. But I figured when you booked the stadium and booked it on a Saturday night, we assumed big things. However, his story might have changed slightly.
Yeah, revisionist history does wonders. 2020 vision. Captain Hindsight is what he was of. Yeah, you book it in a giant stadium like that and everything. You may have not technically said that it was a pay-per-view, but you gave every impression that it was. Now, you said it being that time at 8 o'clock. Last I knew, if it's going to air on TNT at that time, that's when the NBA All-Star like 3-point contest, slam dunk contest, everything is going. So I've heard the rumor that they're going to do it live at like 2:30 in the morning. I sure hope not, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It would make no sense. I don't even think that. I mean, again, live 2 in the morning. I'm just pulling it up real quick, but 2 in the morning doesn't make a lot of sense. From what I understand, unless they do it live, I mean, on HBO or on Max, and
make it Max exclusive.
Maybe. I mean, that's not a terrible idea. Shoot it live and then you replay it. At least you have a better chance. You play it live the first time on streaming only, and then you run it back on TNT whenever the hell you feel like it.
But now that I said that out loud, now you're worried about spoilers and everything else getting out and da-da-da. It's a very...
Yeah, but
either way you shake this stick, it seems like a risky situation.
Well, you take the swing at Max, right? Because at least you're getting a live audience then, and maybe you pull in some people that you generally wouldn't because of the timing of everything. That's my only thought. And again, it's a way to avoid the logjam. Like you said, even if it's not on the same channel, which I'm trying to pull up to see if I can find the answer of what channel the All-Star Game's on. But it looks like CBS Sports is one of them. How to watch. But yeah, we got a lot going on in that regard. So, but yeah, when I find the answer, I'll let you all know. But MJF,
I could have sworn it was going to be, well, normally for the U.S. audience, it's on TNT and everything. So that's why I say it. But
yeah, and again, it's a valid question. And here's the problem. And I know we got to say hello to the people and we got to get into some other stuff. We're still in the middle of an intro technically. But Nick, I really do think that the fact that there's so many people, we watch all the wrestling. We are uber fan, and we don't know. There's a problem. There's a glitch in the matrix. There's something not jiving. Like, we should know. We should be locked in. Now, some people in chat are going to go, well, you should know. I know, blah, blah, blah. But there's mixed reports, and we're not the only ones saying this. We're not the only ones going.
There doesn't seem a lot. Normally I scratch my head like this, but this got me doing this shit.
Right?
But yeah, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot advertised for it, first off. And again, the fact that it's up in the air as to when it's going to air.
Yeah.
And you said we watch anything and everything, even Wrestling Revolver, House of Glory, GCW, all of that. Right. And it's so undecided, means they're playing this really close to the vest. And I don't like that. That doesn't jive. That feels a little odd.
Yeah, a little bit. And I mean, again, it's just real interesting for me because would we, and I'll ask this to the chat, folks, would we respect Tony a little more if he got on a media call and said, yeah, we took our first swing at Australia. Things didn't quite go as smooth as we were hoping. We're going to be we changed the venue. We're looking for a big show. We were hoping, it was a bigger event, but we're really happy with what we're going to give everybody, coming up, opposed to being like, you're crazy. Like, what?
You really think Tony Khan's going to be out there hat in hand eating humble pie? Never.
Right? That's the hardest fantasy booking we do, is how's Tony going to behave? It's harder than the wrestling shows.
Right. But should we say hi to the peoples? We
can say hi to the people. As chat filling up, Eric Isaac, the first one in the chat tonight, was up. Queen Aminata is going to take on Timeless Tony. A weird match. Like, Queen Aminata basically has been a jobber. Like, they put her in a lot of matches. She eats a lot of L's.
Yeah, she's super talented. I'm a big fan of hers, and especially in Ring of Honor. But yeah, when she's on Dynamite or Collision, she just takes L's all the time.
Yeah. I think she's lost to Mariah twice, and Tony at least once. It's a weird booking way. And again,
is there no one on the roster that you could have put Tony with that feels more connected to Mariah May or anything?
Yeah, or just somebody, like, I would be okay if it was like a lesser light, but like still a heelish lesser light, but almost go that way of like, it's an easy win, but we know the story isn't about the win. It's about Mariah May and Tony. Instead, her and Queen Aminata are going to go 12 minutes or 9.5 minutes. And it's going to be a really competitive match, and it's going to be a little confusing.
Right.
Gregory, how you doing? Damien, welcome back. Brandon's in the house. Oh man, 0.01 second on the clock to put that goal in the net. Like,
man, just killing it.
Game's not over to that final buzzer, folks. But yeah, Ov definitely getting up there. 878. It's insane. He's got 25 on the year again this year. So yeah, shout out to Ov, one of the best to ever do it.
Facts. Always big Ov fan.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Funny guy. Wrestling Proud 87. Welcome back. Good to see you. Looking forward to this one. Kevin, welcome. Rocco, how you doing? Cope versus Mox at Revolution. I'm iffy about it. It's been so muddied. Are you confident that's what's happening?
I believe. Well, he challenged him for it. He threw that out there and everything.
Yes.
I feel it makes the most sense. They've been going that way with it, but it also, like you said, it's been very muddled. Because we had the Darby situation that got involved with all of this. We had Jericho getting involved with Rated FTR. So it's been too many moving pieces. There's a lot of shiny things on this pathway to distract you from the end game here.
Yeah, 100%, man. I think they have an absolute an opportunity to build towards something. We were excited about it. Then you got the learning tree involved. Nobody likes the learning tree.
No.
It instantly discredited and hurt the Death Riders. A lot of fans in the fan base turned on the storytelling of it all. Didn't make sense. Didn't like it. Can we do something better? But yeah, ultimately, Edge and Moxley on paper should be something marquee for your company. We just got to get there in a better way. No more kidnappings, no more pliers to the nose. Like, let's just get to brass tacks. Let's get to some storytelling.
Oh, don't worry. That match will probably have brass tacks and some, staples and everything else in it. But on paper, it's a great match for AEW. But there was too much shiny distraction, look over here stuff, I feel.
Yeah, in a big way, unfortunately. And I know fans out there, just be patient with Moxley. We're patient, but we're in a rowboat in quicksand. Like, we're not going nowhere. So, and I don't have much optimism with what they're doing. I think there's really good stuff on their show, and that should be in place of where Moxley is. Moxley should be in the middle of the show, and you literally have guys like Ospreay, Kenny, that should be ending your shows and giving people a reason to stay to the end of your show.
We could go on and on for the whole Moxley thing because they've just befuddled me with that whole story. It started off seeming like it could have been so cool, and it really added an edge to the show and the product and everything. Yep. And instead it became feeling more like it's just a confusing Toyota Tundra commercial.
What's up, Charles? How you doing? Polo, what's up? What's up? Jordan, C Money, how you doing? Bash 8, welcome back. Hey, it's Big Nick. What's up? Man's got my 6. Right. Mega Chronic, I'm surprised Big Nick here tonight. Yeah, me too. But yeah, no, I wasn't doing this grind tonight. Not this week. Not the way I feel. I need emotional support, if nothing else.
I've become your emotional support Dynamite viewer.
Right. Don Callis, Jerome. Yes, Don Callis will be potentially introducing a new member of the Callis family tonight. Will that mean anything? We don't know. Kyle Cabral, how you doing? Oh shit. Again, I think that tag match is going to absolutely cook. What's up, MDB?
How do you feel though with them always calling it like an all-star tag match and everything? Why does everything need to have that before it?
No, it's just a tag match. It's just a tag match.
Right.
Like, again, you're trying to do everything you can to pretty yourself up. And at the end of the day, you still are what you are. But Byron, welcome back. I'll come back around to that comment. That's interesting. MDB, welcome. Like I said, Eric Isaac got you. MDB again. Cherokee George, how you doing? I got to speed up. We got about 2.5 minutes. Chris, walk flocka. I did it backwards. I love it. Rocco, Jose with a super chat. Don't forget those super chat, super sticker, folks. And don't forget the Wing Show comes back tomorrow. We will talk more about that as tonight goes on. But if you think the wrestling's cooking, tune in tomorrow. It will be all the cooking.
Right. We got hot takes and hot wings, folks.
All-Star Game is on TNT out here, KJ. Interesting. So maybe it won't be like, That's
why I'm saying this feels a good thought, poorly executed.
Yeah. Again, I think you have the opportunity to do a Sunday show, or you make it a big deal. You make it a pay-per-view, or you do something like, okay, we're going to be in Australia for the first time. It's our Grand Slam, so it's going to be an HBO, exclusive. And you try and drive membership, you try and drive eyes, and then you can put it on TNT on Sunday or Monday, and you can replay it to remind people what they missed. But I think there was an opportunity here that was missed. I think they again, it's a bit of that. They had so much success with Wembley the first time. Tony just kept swinging for Grand Slams, and he's just Willie Mays Hayes, just pop up.
Jobu says you can't hit the curveball.
You might hit like run like Willie, but you hit like shit. So yeah, very curious. But Chris, we'll get back to that. Anything but Jey Uso and Sammy, we'll bring that up again later. Buddy Mess, welcome back. Roll Tide, welcome. Jose got you already. Hope you're doing well, sir. Denisha back in the house. Mega, big old Oilers fan. Chair, there you go. KJ is here. Yes, I am. I think usually. I'm
every Wednesday,
here, but not all there.
Likewise.
Right. Bama, I'm getting the warning, so I might be at the start of the show, sir.
I have Big Bang Theory still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
Welcome
the logo.
To when the show's not on Netflix.
Right. I got the AEW Dynamite logo. That's the first graphic.
Okay, I will let you know when I get there. I'm getting the end credits of Big Bang Theory right now.
Okay, Tom Allen, how you doing? Kid Revos, what's up? 316, welcome back. Philip, I see you waiting for it. Richard, As soon as Nick and I are syncing up, folks, you can do the same. So I have the big AEW Dynamite logo on my screen right now.
Come on. I got Warner Brothers. Give me AEW. Feel like I'm playing a slot machine. Dynamite. There we go. I got Swerve.
You got Swerve, okay.
Yes.
And I got Jay White with Renee.
I got Swerve and Nana.
Okay. Jay White with Renee.
I'm looking for a White with Renee. Hey, what do you say? I got Ricochet.
What?
I still haven't gotten Jay White.
I got Jay White doing an interview.
I have Timeless Tony Storm. I haven't touched a thing. Now I've got Renee, but no White. Now Jay White.
Oh, I'm like, okay.
You're significant.
This is crazy. Okay. So we got Jay White with Renee Paquette. Nick and I are syncing up, folks. You can do the same. We are a little delayed, but the show is rolling. We already saw Ricochet Swerve. Jay White's got something to say to open this one off. Again, they got to. I want them to start the show with a little more pizzazz.
Well, yes, and I was just thinking too. Isn't Jay White taking on Moxley at Grand Slam? So we have that in the way.
Yeah, as Pac's back. Pac's back.
1 Pac, 2 Pac, 3 Pac, 4. There's Pac. No Pac. None.
Yeah. Oh, Marina runs away with Renee, and the fight is on. I guess so. They should have just started quicker. But here we go.
5-on-5.
Are they setting up?
Why are you kidnapping Renee?
Yeah, right. Are they setting up like a blood and guts? You think?
When though? Because we're getting Jay White at Grand Slam, so that doesn't need to. That's already going to be too fast to do that. We've got Revolution, assumingly Moxley versus Copeland, but we're fighting all the way through production right now.
Yeah, Moxley, Jay White going toe to toe. Again, last week they teased the return of the Ass Boys. Look to be ready. They cut I don't know if you've seen the video package for them. It was really good.
No, I have not. I just saw Jay White though gouging Moxley's eyeball.
Oh shit! Oh, as Wheeler, they didn't even make reference. Did you see the fact that the Death Riders and FTR all walked out together? You thought they were one crew. It was really odd. And then they all started fighting. Like, wait a minute, they didn't even sneak up on them.
Right. Oh, as Wheeler's throwing Pac into the tunnels and already broke off a chunk of this. Like this, I won't give them credit. This ain't a bad way to start off. It's a little clunky, but yeah.
No, I'm good with it. I mean, like I said, the funny spot, like the camera work was funny where it looked like one big gang was coming out to beat up Jay White, but the guys right behind them, like they didn't hear them. Like, what are you guys doing? Like,
yeah,
what did you do?
Happen to follow him right behind there. Like,
but all in all, I mean, great way to start the show.
Started off high energy. I almost wonder if you would have ended the show with this, sending it off, but maybe you save that for a go home, what have you, and you've already got the main event. So the main event doesn't connect to this.
Oh, well, and we'll see how they structure the show and see if it fits.
I was going to say, I assume Ricochet and Swerve's the main event.
Wheeler Yuta is one of the, oh, there you go. Eats it.
It's not a
Blade Runner. Pac. You had to wait and watch Pac kick him in the face. But yeah, we're off to a hell of a start. Dax dodging the kick. Shatter Machine. Boom. Let's go.
I'm going to check something because you're still ahead.
Still?
Yeah, it's all good. Keep going. I'm going to check something.
Okay. Wheeler Tobe gets blocked by a European.
Claudio? By Claudio?
By Claudio. European and by Claudio.
Right.
AEW have a good show. Let's go. We wanted to. Listen, last week was the first show of 2025 that I gave what you would call a bad mark to. I've been very favorable towards AEW to start 2025. Again, some stuff doesn't make sense. Oh, Edge destroys Claudio.
You're calling him by his ancient name now. It's Adam Copeland or Cope.
Right? Cope.
Yeah, we need to cope with this.
the Boar Horseman.
That still fits so well.
And there goes Moxley running away again. The guy runs away a lot. Like, you remember the T2000, how often he ran from stuff? Like,
yeah,
that
the Terminator was always like, I'm going to be now. I will be back later. Fucking hell, okay. Like, you're supposed to be the biggest badass.
Got a mic.
And you keep you keep leaving.
The crowd's on their feet. I like it.
All these monks? Who the hell's calling them monks?
Listen, the small critical side of me, dude, is you're in the ring. This started with you helping the guy who's challenging Moxley, but you're demanding a title shot after that title shot. I love it. You just plant the seeds, and then when that match transpires, then you change gears to that challenge. I don't like if I'm standing next to you and I got to fight the champ on the weekend, and you said, I'll fight you for the belt in 2 weeks. I'm like, motherfucker, what? Like,
right. You have no faith in me?
Right? I'm going to win. You're like, yeah, no, I believe in you, bro, but I'll take that title shot. You're like,
right? Oh, now Max has got a mic. You deserve nothing. You get nothing. Why are you setting badass allegedly? Go on.
What's that? Sorry, Jay White. I just want to
fired up.
He's fired up. He's fired up.
This is some of the best Jay White's been in a while.
Oh, for fuck's sake. A Brisbane brawl. Jay White, Cope versus Moxley, Claudio in an anything goes Brisbane brawl. My God, dude. They just can't help it. I love this company. Fucking love
so
this
are they doing it at Grand Slam?
Yes. I'm a hope or in Brisbane, yeah.
So then they completely pissed off with the title match between Jay White and Moxley.
So the challenge now makes a little more sense because we thought Jay White was fighting Grand Slam, but we're getting a tag match instead.
This is making my brain hurt because I swear to God, these aren't matches that like people made up. These are matches they announced and then they just act like it never happened.
It's like square dance for beginners. Everybody just stepping on everybody's toes.
Turn your partner round and round. Shady Bookham. Here he goes.
But again, is it going to be exciting? But then why do the no DQ match you did last weekend on Collision? If you know you're building toward, like, it's too much. Too many. Fuck it. Let's just be stupid matches.
Well, why not do a tag match tonight? Do it next week before you go and have Grand Slam. Do it on the go home. What have you? Like, and why is Moxley? I was getting to what you were saying before about how Moxley is supposed to be your biggest badass in the whole company and a destroyer. He's a Death Eater and everything. And just constantly is running away. And no, I won't fight you. No, I don't want that challenge. Why are you making your biggest badass look like Punani?
They do too often. And again, it's a funny bunch. But I mean, energetic start to the show. We're getting a clip that Buddy Murphy now getting a push towards the Continental title.
Okay, I will let you know when I get that clip.
Okay, I'll wait up for you.
Sorry,
all good. I was just waiting. Big Nick,
do you like last Saturday Collision, Buddy Murphy and Okada?
So Buddy Murphy, his buddy is leaving, so they're getting all the love. Now they're going to take on, who are they fighting tonight? Takeshita and Fletcher.
Should be a hell of a match.
Hell of a match. Weird booking under the circumstances right now, though. You're building the Hounds, so they need to win. And Takeshita, and they're setting up for Australia. So maybe just keep these teams away from each other right now. They in different pools.
Well, and this is again,
Grand Slam. That match could be good.
Oh, that's going to be good. That's going to be good.
I'm putting a lot of weight on Okada, man. He better show up and show out.
I'm putting a lot of trust in Buddy Matthews. I think Buddy Matthews, Buddy Murphy can have he's one of those guys that sneakily can have a great match with a broomstick. Going back to the matches he had with Malachi, Alistair, when he was dealing with Seth Rollins, when he was on 205 Live, I've always been a big fan of Buddy and his match quality.
Yeah, absolutely. As here comes Will Ospreay again. Smart enough though, they're putting Will Ospreay in the ring early and often on Dynamites lately. That's a plus. That's a good check mark for Tony. I appreciate that. I really do. Sorry, what was the there was a question I want to click on, but it doesn't matter. But we will get a member of Don Callis' family. I was wrong. It doesn't have to be a new one.
Oh, fair enough. So, well, I assumed it was be a new one because who else is left?
Right.
And again, I still stand by my statement that Don Callis, Team Callis, whatever the Don Callis family is just Team Taz with a better roster. Yeah, no, I'm like that. We're finally perfectly in simpatico. Right. But so Takeshita and Fletcher versus Ospreay and Omega, which again, Grand Slam, the matches that they've shown so far look fantastic.
Yes.
But I'd like to know where and when I could watch it, Tony. Would you like to tell me?
Something's been lost in the messaging, and I don't know if it's again, I don't know. And if somebody out there is a fact checker that has an official word from AEW about when and where they're going to air Grand Slam, I am all ears. I know we're going to be here live for Vengeance Day. We'll find out if Grand Slam is part of the festivities.
Right? Or maybe we'll just watch the dunk contest too. Just in its place.
I guess Tony didn't want Jay White losing in Australia, but Jay White's not Australian.
No, he's New Zealand.
Well, I mean, close enough, but
as I got Callis out right now. I like this though, real quick from Tom Allen. New record. It took me less than a minute to feel pissed off from an AEW episode. So this feels like it's got to be an announcement of somebody.
F Don Callis. Yeah, Callis trying to make this Cobb.
Oh, that would be interesting. Well, that's former United Empire.
A man you called your brother.
Oh.
TJP?
Brother.
Mark Davis.
Oh, no way.
But he just broke up with Fletcher and they just had him. He's still mad at us. What? So they put Fletcher and Davis back together.
Because he's from Brisbane, Australia. The Ospreay killer. When the ever, respectfully, has Mark Davis ever been in, respectfully, the same, universe of level of Ospreay here? Right. Mark Davis is super talented. I would never, ever say he is the Ospreay killer.
The Ospreay killer. Okay.
Michael Spike's instantly pulling out somebody that would have been way better. If it was Baron Corbin, Tom Pestock, I believe is his name. Yeah.
Peacock.
Tom
Peacock.
The Peacock. That would have been so much better. This, like you said, this insults your long-term viewers. Because there's no connective tissue. There's no reason for this. There was at one point, Mark Davis and Ospreay were fighting side by side to fight off Kyle Fletcher and everything.
That's the most recent we saw Mark Davis. That's the problem here is there is no transition from I hate you to I love you. It's just, okay, now we're going to do this. It's like flipping the fucking switch on the train tracks and just yanking the train any way you want it to go without making sense of how we got there. It is very much lazy booking, kind of what we said about another no DQ match. Again, we're going to get a decent match here. We're off and running. I will ask the fans how you feel about it. But, again, what a wet fart.
Yeah, like there's so many better options you could have done.
Yeah.
Right. I'm trying to even remember who else is in the Callis family anymore besides Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher, because I know Hobbs ain't in there.
Lance Archer.
Lance Archer? Could you have not done Lance Archer? Maybe a Brian Cage?
Well, they did Brian Cage, so you could have done Lance now.
Fair enough. I mean, like you said, it was a member, not specifically a new member. But yeah, Mark Davis being the choice, just
the Butcher and Mark Davis as a tag team would be dope.
That's just AW's Gallus.
Fact.
They kind of look exactly the same, but no, I get it. You just throw them two. The Butcher needs to be with the fucking hounds there, the Hellhounds.
Yeah, right. But yeah, Mark Davis came back. He got embarrassed by Fletcher. He joins Ospreay and Hobbs to take on the Callis family. He goes MIA, and then Callis just shows up and says, "Oh yeah, like I called him. We're good. He's on my team now."
And this is the definition of, I guess, if you can't beat him, join him. Like, why? What's going on?
I think they did beat him too. That's the best part. Yeah, right now, Mark Davis in control, folks. The poll is out 87% early, taking Will Ospreay for the win. What's up, Gregory? How you doing?
Sorry, I like that because he started to do the United Empire kind of little finger taunt and everything was just like, and took it away. But that's right. It could have been, you nailed it if it was Jeff Cobb. You brought in fucking a Great O'Khan or anything like that. Bring in TJP. Have United Empire fall upon Ospreay. You have the New Japan connection. But Joe, wait, you might have pissed that off with how you've used and abused that.
Yeah. It's like when your favorite sports team like announces like a foreign player trade, or like, we just signed our third string punter. Yes. Like
yeah, Big Bill, you see the headline, Buffalo Bills have re-signed, key player, and they re-signed, their freaking second string quarterback or something. Right. It's like, who the fuck cares?
Like, this is going to ripple through the wrestling world of Don Callis family adds Mark Davis.
The thing is that right now, theoretically, if you want to look at it, AEW has a killer tag division. They just failed to fucking use it. You have Girls Are Young Vets. You have now United Empire. You have Mark Davis and Fletcher back together. You have the Hellhounds and all of that. Like, you have a solid tag division. You don't even use your fucking trios division.
Cal got off of commentary search rooting on his guy. I wish there was more actual managers, like stand at ringside, react to stuff, hype the crowd stuff, grab the baby face's foot once in a while. We need more managers.
More Heenan, like old man. Yeah, fair. Well, no, I mean, at times you need to find the right situation, I feel, because not everybody calls for it. You can, at times it enhances and at times it can take away.
Right.
But I see what you're saying.
Still,
managing in professional wrestling is a lost art. I will say that.
For sure. I mean, is it paramount? Do I need a whole fleet of them? No, but a couple good managers, especially with a lot of these heels that struggle to get over, a good manager could really help.
Or even just a mouthpiece too. If the guy's not good on the stick, pause. You get a good mouthpiece that can sit there and cut the promo for him.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of that. We have a lot of, I feel like, especially with the more independent companies, they have a lot of like, hey, here you go, take the mic, have at her. Like, they just swing. So yeah.
I mean, that is how you cut your teeth. But I mean, think about it. Brock Lesnar is, I'm in picture in picture. I don't know where you're at. I'm in picture in picture with both men in like a figure four-ish or a leg lock. But Brock Lesnar, I still think he still is up there, but like he wouldn't be as big of Brock Lesnar if it wasn't for Heyman, because he was the mouthpiece. Brock Lesnar couldn't cut a fucking promo. Heyman built him up as a world beater because he was his herald. He sang the praises of Lesnar and made him seem like a fucking beast.
Absolutely. TK's goldfish booking strikes again. Goldfish booking. I love that term. Kid Revos, I might hijack that.
We need to coin that instead of Cornette's, lazy booking. It's just goldfish booking because there's no fucking memory to it. That fits almost better,
right? You turn around and eat the same shit twice. It makes us eat it with them, right? Oh,
yeah,
dude, you just had that.
It's like when you punt, like you have a pet, you say no, don't do that, or even a child, a pet, whatever. You say don't do that, and they turn around and do the same again. It's like, what is happening?
Ospreay down, Davis down, Ospreay throwing some bows. Wesley Conklin, how you doing? How you doing? Mark Davis has turned heel. No, he didn't really turn. He kind of just became heel. There was no turning of the heel.
It just happened.
He teleported heel.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Was delivered to us as heel. Sorry.
Right. Happy birthday, Penta. KJ wants more guys like Abrahantes. Let's go. 100%. Yes.
Should they bring Abrahantes into WWE?
Oh, I would in a heartbeat. If he's available, and I've been a champion of this guy. If he's available, yes.
What about Jose the assistant?
Jose's jacked. I don't know what Jose's actual career choice is, but I don't know. Is he training to be an actual wrestler?
Brolic ass manager.
He is jacked. Like, sign him for NXT. He's already got a gimmick.
Right?
Oh my God. Huge knee, Davis. Crowd a little bit hush on this.
Oh. Well, I think it's the Davis reveal, I think, sucked the wind out of the room. And yeah, pause on that and pause on what I just said too. Yeah.
What's up, AB? Gregory, what's up? Yeah, we don't know.
I don't think they know.
No. Again, another wonderful example of be careful where you source your information.
Yeah, I like this stuff. Damon Gill, shout out. I'm at Dynamite, and boy, that opening segment. I don't know if you're saying that was great or not great.
Right? Like I was okay.
Context of the laugh emojis.
Damien, let all the people around you know who you're watching, buddy.
Right?
But Ospreay getting the fans. Look at Ospreay. This is the guy that should be fucking main eventing everything. This should be the Cody Rhodes of AEW. Like that guy. The guy's on every poster. The guy's on. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, should he be where Jay White and Copeland are?
He should be where Moxley is. He's more of a draw. People react to him. Again, even if he wasn't the champion, if he was had to finish the Aussie story, and it took him to All In the summer to finally pull it off and get the championship, but to be in that conversation, this guy gets the crowd. When the crowd's not cheering, he reaches out and gets them to cheer. That was a 3. That was a 3.
1, 2. Yeah, that was for sure a 3.
That was 100%.
Again, flag on the official.
Ladies and gentlemen,
challenge that.
Ospreay taking off that elbow pad. You got Ospreay in the corner?
Right now.
Okay.
I swear to God, I'll just do the whole podcast. I'll do the whole stream like this.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I knew I was ahead. I was just waiting for a landmark.
No, you're good.
Brother Fluff Salisbury, how you doing?
Do you think we're gonna get? Oh, that was a badass pile driver, though. Respect. 1, 2, and people are beside them, like not beside themselves, but just silent the whole time. We're going for a 3 count with Mark Davis, like not a even counting along, nothing.
Yeah. Because Ospreay should only be wrestling matches that matter. Hidden Blade! And that's definitely a 3.
I got the turnbuckle ripped off.
Holy fuck, what is happening?
I have no idea, sir. You can tell somebody, man, Wednesday used to be fun.
It's still fun because the wrestling might suck. We never knew.
Right? Now I got the hidden blade. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I was gonna say I have every option that I could watch it on up, so I can't.
know,
I've got no other choice.
We got it, and then we don't got it. It's Speedball McBailey signed to AEW or not. Nothing's confirmed until you see them walk through the curtain. I don't believe it.
Right? Why did Callis just sit there, pick up a chair, and then just huck it into the steps? Like, hit him with it. Do something.
He mad.
Yeah, so I'm even looking at the graphic in the corner. Immediately following NBA All-Star Saturday night, coast to coast, 1 week from Saturday. So it'll air at, I'm assuming, 10 o'clock on Saturday.
And again,
so
but
it'll be on pay delay.
It's really weird. You wouldn't be a little more. To me, it feels like you're hiding. Like, it really feels like that you haven't like highlighted the showtime, even if it is after the NBA. The fact that we're just kind of getting that now, that blows my mind. And you had this big show and you didn't check the calendar, like you didn't plan this out accordingly. Bad management decisions. It's just like so excited that they let him in the candy store. He grabs the first fucking black licorice he sees and misses out on all the other good stuff that's in there.
Right? He's the kid that goes to the Wonka factory and loses in the first fucking room. And
right.
Gets carted out. Don't get to see the rest of the factory.
Right. He'd be floating down that river quick time.
Right. But well, I think this company might be floating down the river, but it's very WCW. As Ospreay's cutting a promo. I'd rather see. I've got a new best friend. So he's going to bring out Omega.
There is somebody chanting in the crowd with the most shrill of fucking voices, and that the mic is picking her up this like clearly. What the hell is happening? Someone step on a cat? So now Kenny Omega here.
And Callis trying to hightail.
Why? No one's even chasing you.
Yeah, like I can't be in his presence. The restraining order said I need to be 500 feet away from Kenny Omega. Where's 500? Where's 500?
So first match we had, we didn't even have a match. We just had a brawl. So this is the first match.
Yeah.
And we're following the match. I would rather Will Ospreay not have the match at all, just have the promo segment with Kenny, because he's a star. He shouldn't be wrestling every week. I'm sorry, they overuse him in meaningless matches. You don't want him to get hurt in a match with Mark fucking Davis. This didn't help anything. This didn't strengthen a storyline. Save him.
You don't want to have him in a match with Mark fucking Davis. Like the disdain right there.
But sorry, Mark.
But all due respect, you had to have the giant reveal of the heel turn of Mark Davis,
and then he gets dusted. Usually when a team says we signed a new player, like he means something. Like, Mark Davis walks in and gets his head kicked off. Now he's irrelevant, just like the rest of the team.
But again, Team Taz, Team Callis, Team Phallus. But it's they act like we forget. Like that's why I love the term goldfish booking, because that's what it is. They don't forget. They act like the last week's show almost didn't happen. Like this is all just to remind you of shit you've probably already watched. There's nothing that's going to change.
No. Kenny's got the itch. There's ointment for that.
Sorry.
Kenny. Oh, here comes. Well, why didn't y'all show up when he was beating up your friend, you fuck?
Well, because we've got this is playing like a fucking WWE 2K cutscene right now of Kenny's cutting a promo, and then you've got to have the two guys that should have already been out there
Mhm.
trying to come out as calluses, holding them back.
Right.
These are two guys in the ring right now that should be taking on Moxley instead of Jay White and Copeland, respectfully.
Yeah. And it's funny, you see the little things, the little details, and this is why when WWE signs somebody, they got to put them over in NXT, because like you learn little things. You got two of your big superstars in the ring right now. You have a low angle shot. They should be in the center of the ring, looking out at their opponent, but they should be commanding that stage. The spotlight should be on them. The focus should be on them. Like it's these funny little details that make the show feel a little smaller at times.
Well,
like
I see what you're saying with the low angle. I don't mind the lean on the ropes.
I don't like it. I want them to be animated.
But you've seen that. How many times did Dwayne do that? Has Austin even done that? What have you? To where they'll lean on the ropes and they'll talk to them at like up the ramp, the undershot. Maybe if we're gonna get production critical, but yeah,
no, just a little critical. But it's all good. This is decent, just long. Kenny got the itch. He needs ointment. I said the same thing. There you go.
The promo is about to be longer than the match.
That's why I'd rather almost they didn't do the match. They just went into like the promo, this setup. Like
you do it, and then you reveal Mark Davis comes from behind and attacks him, jumps him.
Sure, or just you introduce.
If you're going to fit that in,
and you put this guy's going to be in our corner on the weekend. Now he's a factor. Now he's we go, oh shit, Pyro. I love Kenny. Sorry, Nick. What
is that planned? Because
yeah, he was like, oh shit. Bang.
Why so much pyro for the end of a promo? What the fuck was that?
Even Kenny was like,
I was looking like, is this planned? Like Kenny's like,
the show just
I was waiting for somebody to be coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, that pyro was crazy. Good for them. I like Kenny and Ospreay together. I just wish they were together at the top of the card. Even if those were the two trying to chase fucking Moxley, if we have to put up with Moxley, at least the fans would be really booing Moxley and cheering these two guys. Like, that's your like marquee shit.
Yeah, but I feel like people wouldn't believe that they would lose to Moxley. Because like these are two of the best, respectfully, these are two of the best pro wrestlers in the world.
Yeah, and they're in your mid card, fighting mid carders.
Yeah. Oh, this is a hell of a fucking video with Swerve of all the blood.
Setting up the match between for tonight.
American Psycho Ricochet. I don't really dislike the visual of like him with the giant fucking Dwight glasses and the suit and tie, the shirt and tie and everything with blood all over him. I dig it, but yeah.
Ending was over the top. I'm good with it. I know I was a little picky about a couple things there, but I mean it was a lot of pyro. But hey, party on Earth.
Pyro shot his fucking wad. Oh, that I was waiting for Kane to come out there. So give me
the pyro guy, the MVP of the night so far.
MVP or low-cow.
Right. But yeah, still to come tonight, Ricochet, Swerve. I like this build-up. I like the package. The only mistake they've made with Ricochet and Swerve is the golden scissors. They don't make sense. They're not wise to have as part of the story. The idea that you can run around this environment and use it as a weapon to hold hostages, it's stupid. It's silly. But everything else has been amazing.
I don't hate it because I like the visual and everything. Like I said, it's very American Psycho-ish, and Swerve's been through everything with staples and all of that. I had an outside thought and theory with the gold scissors of, have you ever watched the Keegan Michael Peele movie Us?
Yes, I think so.
With the scissors and everything. I said that would be the only halfway kind of connection that I could make of. I'm just trying to justify, okay? I'm trying to figure out Tony's goldfish mine.
Again, if you did everything you've done, the toilet paper, the heel turn, everything identical to what you've done, just don't do the scissors because they turn this into, days of our lives when we got people taking hostages. But other than that, it is so good. And it is the best Ricochet we got. He even sat down and said, I know I can't cut a promo. I know I'm not this. I know I'm not. Kind of threw himself on the sword. But in that gaslighting kind of approach, I give him full marks. The scissors are just dumb.
Is it the scissors or the hostage moment that you're upset with?
The idea that in this sports environment, remember, this is like the sports-driven wrestling. It's not like Conor McGregor. You come around the corner and he's got a knife up to Habib's throat, like shit's about to go down.
That's just a dolly.
Yeah,
he throws at a bus.
Yeah. Maybe not the best example, but at the end of the day, it's too far, right? We want, like, if they get in a fight backstage, great. You put them in a headlock or a chokehold, great. But if you're going to start taking hostages, pouring poison down people's throats, now we've got into 90210. We've gotten into, it might as well where's Hasselhoff? Like, let's book him on Wednesdays. Like, let's go. That's the type of booking you're doing. But you have so much good shit here. It'd be like Cody and KO, look how intense their rivalry was. It ends with KO getting folded. But imagine instead of that, at some point during the rivalry, KO showed up and put scissors to Cody's neck and was like, or had Mama Rose with scissors, like, I'll
with a staple gun. I'll do it. A Nerf gun. I'll do it. I can do it.
Right? Like, that's where we'd all go, why'd they do that? And that's my only issue.
Right. Well, Ricky out here, it's a good old Wacky Wednesday.
Wacky Wednesday.
Wacky weaving inflatable arm flailing two men. Wacky weaving inflatable arm flailing two men.
Not even trying.
Fair enough. You can have that. Yeah, no use of those. Ricochet pulled a bee rabbit.
Now tell these people something they don't know about me.
Right.
I like it. I like it.
Michael Spikes, KJ, serious question. Is the predictions championship on the line for the Super Bowl live stream? Whoever picks the winning team and the right score. The score might be a thing.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We'll put a call out. We'll give everyone to like the start of the opening kick, and everybody can enter. You have to give us the winning team, and in the winning team and the final score. And we'll have some fun with it. How about that, Michael? Michael likes the predictions championship, and I like it. So yes, let's put it on the line. If you can hear my voice right now, Sunday, our Super Bowl party, we'll put our prediction title on the line. You get your name under Nick for a few weeks, couple weeks. West Side Gun back in the house.
Yeah, I got the hurt. Yeah, there's Gun.
But yeah, so we'll do that. But folks, we are here on Sunday. Don't forget, we are back tomorrow for the return of the Wing Show. That's going to be a lot of fun. And again, I don't know if you've heard already, but episode 4, we're going big. We upped every level of heat. We're starting higher. We're finishing 6 times higher. We are ready to burn some faces and some holes. But yeah, it's going to be a crazy one. International pay-per-view trivia. We'll get more into that tomorrow. But yeah, Anthony will defend his crown. But Sunday, bring your snacks, bring your fun stuff. We're going to talk all about the Super Bowl.
Right. As MVP cutting a promo right now. I really like the Hurt Syndicate in the AEW, and I'm surprised. Well, yes and no surprised about them being tag champions right now, because you can't have Bobby jump right into world title, I feel a little bit, but yeah.
I don't mind the tag title, and they're instantly, organically became baby faces. So book them baby heavy and give them some heels to swallow. Pause.
Is it crazy that the Hurt Syndicate feels more legit and more badass than the Death Riders and all of that?
And everybody, yeah, because what they've done is the fans know they are who they are. They walk their walk, they talk their talk. They're not just acting wrestlers. These are professional wrestlers. And I know people want to splice that out, but in the theory of it all, that's the difference with these guys. The fans respect them. And that's why they came in as heel-ish, and now the fans are cheering for them. lean into that cheer.
They're the main event mafia without AARP.
Fact.
I like Lady B. Tomorrow sounds like a teeth burning time.
Yeah, hold on tight. This could be one of us might cry on screen tomorrow.
Or, yeah, we were having to split hairs of, bringing up one sauce of do we add this in, and it's like it's half versus the other. So,
right. Nick will not Buffalo Billing tomorrow. There you go. That's a kind of a dig and a compliment all at once.
Fair enough. I feel like that's a bold prediction, a bold statement. I feel like we almost need to do a poll before the start of that show. Who do you think is going to win?
I heard people emotionally say, Jesus.
Emotional damage.
Right. I do it verbally. But wait. What is this? Is this Hangman? Nice. What?
Dead man walking.
Right.
Keep rolling.
Hey, look who's back. Yeah, us boys are in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa!
And Colt and Gunn are back. It's not bad. Not bad matchup. Let's go.
They're such an underrated tag team, honestly. They're super talented. And
they're good, man. Like young, upside, energy. Yeah. This is an interesting choice because you wouldn't think a returning team are just going to get fed to the business, but I can't imagine the business giving up these belts anytime soon.
No. Well, and I liked how you instantly you kind of heard that like dong and everything. Pause. That if you throw that with a Hangman and get a little faction, Hangman's got his guns. Right? Bang, bang.
I think they're maybe technically still in the Gun Club.
Yeah, Bang Bang Scissor Gang. Oh, that. Yeah, no. Well, no, the Scissor Gang's even done. But yeah, Colton and Austin, I think, are really and fitting that their daddy was one of the best tag team wrestlers out there. Like, honestly, man jumped around all the tag teams, but super talented with those guys.
I mean, very interesting booking. This does wake up your tag team division pretty quick. My only concern is
they just get fed.
Yeah, you're kind of running into a dead end quick, and I want to like this. I'm happy.
But does this become a feud and you get 2 to 3 matches out of this?
Maybe you can stretch it out and do it proper. But if this is like a one-off collision match, it's going to be disappointing.
Can we trade Waller and Fury for Austin and Colton?
Right.
Maybe throw in a draft pick, a WWE ID. I'll give them that. You can have that. But, on paper, does AEW have a better tag team division right now? And I would still argue that they might, actually.
Who?
Than WWE?
AEW has a better tag team division?
As in talent-wise.
Not really. Who are their tag teams?
Who's the tag teams in WWE?
DIY, MCMG, Street Profits.
God damn it.
Like Raiders.
Well, I'm trying to you can make it comparable.
American Made.
American Made.
AEW has abandoned tag team wrestling and trios wrestling. Abandon it until the Hurt Business. This is big news for their division because they don't have anybody. They lost the Lucha Brothers. Young Bucks are on a hiatus. We have the young or the Ass Boys just come back. Private Party, nobody takes seriously, and they shouldn't have had the belts.
Yeah.
Outrunners are buried for God knows. Like Outrunners would be a perfect if you still wanted that heel Hurt Business. The Outrunners would be so good.
Yeah. GYV's
been MIA.
Fair enough.
Oh, big stare down.
I don't know what MVP said, but I think he ended it with Ass Boys and walked off.
Well, they had a bit of a mutual respect moment. He called them ass boys.
Yeah. They're so spray tan. You can see it like freckling and peeling on them.
Hands up, dude. They're over as fuck. How many people?
We got 2 words for ya.
But we just talked about the Hurt Business. We're organically and naturally getting over as baby faces. So what do? You send out to the ring fucking baby faces.
Tony Khan's a fucking blackjack player that likes to hit on 19 and wonders why he busts. Pause. Yeah.
Again, fans out there can try and defend this any way they want. We're trying to help what they're delivering to us and asking us to enjoy. You bring these guys back. The biggest pop, they actually outshadow the reaction the Hurt Business we're getting.
Honestly, 100%. Like, keep it a buck. Tony, our socials and everything are scrolling right there. We'll do it on the cheap. We'll do it on the low. We'll book your show for you, bro, and do it better.
Harley Cameron, they're going back to Harley getting her big win. And we're getting our way, folks. We keep saying we want Harley. We're getting Harley more and more and more.
Will you let me still dislike Wendy Chu if I start to get with you more on the Harley bandwagon?
Yeah. And Wendy's MIA anyway.
We got the fucking Muppet. All right. She's winning me with a Muppet.
You're such an easy mind, my friend. Like, I don't know how I feel about her. Why did she got a puppet? Yes.
I'm taking a Muppet over sleep apnea and everything. She's just to me, she's so much in just embracing the fucking this is corny, this is comedy, slapsticky shit. She's Santina Morella. She's AEW Santina, the Cobra. She's got the Mercedes, the Sasha, instead of the Cobra.
Yeah. Again, I think she's Chelsea Green. Like, it's if you book people with personality that the fans actually react to, and actually, it works so well against the pretentious nature of Sasha that this storyline is actually money for your women's division. Because you meet that insane side of Harley against that I take myself so serious attitude of Sasha. It works, man. It works.
Is Harley Cameron going to be the thing that actually starts to get Monet over a bit?
Yes, because good heels need good baby faces, and good baby faces need good heels. Tony, stop listening.
No, don't worry. Say it to Dave. It'll get to Tony the same way.
Stop telling Tony the bad shit. Stop acting like it doesn't matter.
The finger.
She made Renee do it.
That reminds, like, have you ever seen the clip of the 2 guys arguing in the street? They're like, no, Q guy. Just keep saying the finger back and forth. That's what that was. That was a child that figures out what the middle finger means for the first time, and I'm gonna send that.
Right. She's a good puppeteer. I think she's actually a ventriloquist. She be throwing that voice.
That's what she said. That's what she could do at other places.
I'm such a fan. I've been a fan of this lady for so long. I'm happy to see her. We keep saying, if you tag us in We Want Harley, we will retweet it. Tag us, keep the movement going, because I just want to point out she's getting more TV time since we started it.
I'll say this. I'm forcing the Wrestling for Life Army out there. Tweeted Harley Cameron that she needs to come on and have an interview with KJ. 100%.
Make a fella's dream come true.
Absolutely, because I'm not. I know. I love AEW shit gimmicks, but hate WWE shit gimmicks for some reason. Like I hate
so
Sleepy DB Wendy Chu,
so
but
good,
I love Amnesia Tony Storm until they fucked it up, and Muppeteer Jim Henson Harley Cameron.
You do like your hills. They just vary all over, like different terrain. Like you very much of the hills are not always in the same place.
The hills have eyes, and they're alive with the sound of music.
Right. But yeah, no, Harley has personality. Your show needs people. The guns come back, they get huge reaction. You actually have the Hurt Business getting great reaction. You have Harley getting a reaction, which is actually helping Sasha get booze. Run it. You have so much here. Kenny's getting pops and pyro. Will, they love him. Stop the stuff that people aren't reacting to. Moxley, Jericho, the other boring shit. Don't use. Get rid of it. Put it somewhere else. Fuck it. Not literally. But at the end of the day, you have so much here.
Right? I like this from Alex, though, as we're still on the Super Bowl. But of the Mercedes Muppet is way over than the actual Mercedes Monet. With me, yes, absolutely.
Yes. Mercedes' 2 best promos of her career done this week and last week
have been done by a Muppet.
Right?
Heidi ho, Mercedes the Frog here.
That's what Mercedes needs, the Mercedes puppet to be her heater.
She needs that as her manager. Just Harley out there with the Muppet.
Just the puppet. But yeah, I mean, listen, Tony can book for the sickos, but the sickos won't pay the bills. You gotta book people that will sell tickets, and she will sell tickets.
Book it. Wrestler Rants. Harley is so good. She gonna blow up as Tony Khan keeps her booking like he has been. One of the very few things Tony's gotten right. She's there. I said it. What? She's there, Santino.
I think we listen. The We Want Harley movement has been strong, and I'm proud of it. So keep it going, folks.
Right.
But I will be right back.
There you go. He's got to go investigate Harley and try to figure out where that Muppet's at. Pause. But yeah, I've got Renee and Hangman backstage right now. The Dark Ops. Nothing new. This AEW is trash. Bye, guys. Why bye? We're not saying it's trash. We were literally putting it over. Evolve over AEW. We'll see of shout out Polo and shout out NXT of they kind of tease that they might kind of have a Evolve faction show up at Vengeance Day, and I've kind of Polo sent me the names. I've kind of figured out some of them. I think Cultaholic even has it out of the whole Twitterverse has been out there trying to figure out who those silhouettes were. But Caster and Hangman, why is Caster still out here doing like acting like he's worth of anything? Man keeps doing open challenges and losing. He's got. Why is he? What is best wrestler alive from the United States of America? What the fuck placard is this? Yeah. So we're going to Hangman and Caster. I'm going to put someone in the hospital, says Hangman. Max Caster is just WWE's Heath Slater, and he doesn't even have kids, folks. I don't even know, but yes, he doesn't even know. This is backwards for Hangman. Yeah. It's crazy to think of if you really broke down, and I know the current booking situations and everything clouds judgment a little bit, but if you looked at the actual talent that AEW has and would have towards the upper parts of their roster and everything, and how much they are so far apart from where they should be and all of that and being utilized properly. So the Hounds of Hell out right now. So folks, let me know who you're taking, whether it's the Hounds of Hell, Buddy Murphy and Brody King, or the Phallus, the Malice, Don Callis family with Takeshita and Carl Fletcher. Max Castro baby oil. I was thinking Castro motor oil for some reason. Hounds of Hell. I don't mind. I think it was with them going to the Hounds of Hell. It was just very heavy-handed of like, hey, so Malachi's done. So we're going to pivot shift over to here. Like, it really just their big transition as to why they've gone from the House of Black to the Hounds of Hell. A has had no real mention of Malachi. and has just been, you don't need a leader, and they just abandon it, and no explanation, no follow-up from him, no reason why. Like, it feels so much of Pettycon booking of, we're just going to move away from this because we know he's out the door. Crazy, mention of Malachi at all. Like, he never existed. Exactly. On one hand, I'll give him credit for that, of they just let him go versus, well, I'm assuming let him go. I don't know if he's got extra injury time or anything, but just wrote him off and acted again, goldfish memory, like he never existed. Versus, we're just going to bring you out and job you out and just drag you through the mud until you leave. But Takeshita and Fletcher out here. So Takeshita and 2009 Randy Orton out here. Do Hounds of Hell lose? Actually, I think they do. I know it's not the smart decision to an extent of, well, this whole match is a little conflicting because both teams need a win. One team's going into arguably one of your main events or co-main events, what have you, with Ospreay and Omega. So you need them to get a win to look strong, especially after already when they looked weak in your opening match segment. But the Hounds of Hell, you're just establishing them. They also need a bit of a win. Otherwise, they're right back where they were. So, coin flip-ish, I will take Team Callis because they're going against, you have Takeshita, who's your international champion, and you have Kyle Fletcher, who's one of your top up-and-comers. So, and they're going to take on Ospreay and Omega at Grand Slam. So, that's what I'm taking. But you can let me know who you're taking. As Denisha with a $5 super chat, KJ, they really put Deanna on the back burner on Collision. It's sad. They've put Deanna on the back burner. They've put Taya on the back burner. I think it's starting to see why, especially like Stephanie Vacours, etc., didn't sign with AEW, because they saw the writing on the wall of, you just become an afterthought. You just become wallpaper. But we are on the way of, I've got Buddy Murphy and Kyle Fletcher. This should be a hell of a tag match. All four guys in the ring, super talented. It's just going to see how they go with it. Buddy Murphy has swoobs. Don't you disrespect Mr. Ripley. So sad what's happening with Hangman. What are we doing, Max Caster? Really? Yeah, that's 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. AR1, they're going heavy with the Diddy oil. No, baby oil. No, it's more the spray tans that were, especially the guns there. They were spray tanned all hell back. Kyle and Takeshi are definitely the future. Again, they have guys that, like, AEW does have a roster. It's a failure to execute more than anything. It's not that they don't have talent. It's a failure of how you use the talent. You can have all your college football, college anything, all of that. You can have all your 5-star recruits, everything like that. But if you don't put them in the right spot, you don't know how to use your talent on any fucking team, it ain't going to work out right. Roll Tide, this is his brutality. Brody King has flubes. I'd like to see you, Boston, go up to Brody King and say he has flubes and see how that works out for you. Because, I mean, I wouldn't dare to, and I'm a grown adult and would be looking him eye to eye. Yeah, no, you ain't gonna catch me doing that. Frank, what up? Kid Revos, 8-0 or 80% of this roster is on the back burner. Yeah, all right. So I see what you're saying. Yeah, 80% of it. That catering bill's got to be high as hell. As now, Brody in with Takeshita. Spaz with a $5 super chat. Can anyone tell me why anyone gives a maggot's dry hump on a cotton ball? That was oddly visual. About the emo cowboy. Hangman? I really hope you weren't calling Hangman the emo cowboy. I think Hangman's one of their top guys. I think he's super talented, and he's if you want to be steadfast and hardened on the whole, well, he went off with Punk and everything like that, then he's just one of them, what have you, go for it. But I think in ring, I see the talent that is there with Hangman. I think he just keeps kind of getting fed BS a bit. I mean, him versus Swerve was probably AEW's best story of 2024 by a mile. Yes, it had staples and it had syringes, but it also had house burning moments. It had great matches. So I think Hangman's supremely talented. I just think it's a failure in the locker rooms and the environments he's been in and the way he's been booked. Oh, double cannonball splash there for Brody as both men just stacked up. So yeah, very much the Hellhounds are team babyface here. Brody out there with a House of Black tattoo on the back of his neck, even though the faction don't exist anymore. I got a House of Black flag, actually. Now that's a vintage. There you go. There's a West Side Gun right there, front row, just watching everything. AEW can't stick the landing. That is actually, that's so interesting, Jose, because I feel like that's what I said for a while. Double splash again for coming into AEW in a 2025. And I can't remember, it might have been their last pay-per-view of that was talking about it, as I'm in picture of they just really need to stick the landing. Like they can almost get there, but then they just lose their way somehow. It's like watching, again, goldfish booking, ADHD booking, what have you. They'll start to go one way, and then for all of a sudden they just go some other direction. I thought Tony Storm storyline, best storyline in AEW history. Oh, I don't know about that. It was a very good storyline. I'll give you that. I don't know if I would say it was the best storyline in the history of the company. And again, I guess back to the previous comment that I clicked on of they still haven't stuck the landing with that storyline. That storyline's still ongoing. So you can say it was a great year for 2025 or 2024 with it, but he needed to stick the landing. And so far, yeah, I would say it has not. Bernard will go to goal and assist. Fair enough. I'm sure KJ is super excited. He's probably watching the Blackhawks game right now. That kid. This match is flowing well. It has been a solid match. Like that's the thing is outside of the weird Mark Davis kind of unnecessary you're a heel now thing. In ring wise, AEW has not been bad at all. It's just been more of a questioning of, I guess, Anthony's favorite line of how did we get here? AEW makes me sleepy. Well, I was going to scream. I don't want to scream, but we'll keep you up. You know, oh God, I didn't need to click on that one. Jobson, what up? Daniel Barry Sports, what up? Our Richard, fans love to bark. Look at Braun Breaker and Brody. Everybody just wants any dogs in the house. Roll Tide just saying yes. As yeah, I've got Takeshita and Fletcher right now. Well, both just eating strikes and blows from Brody King as they're working him over in the corner here. They're using both Fletcher and Takeshita well, though, so at least they have recognized their potential. Using them well is one thing. Like they've used Fletcher really well, in my opinion. He's had some of the best. He had some of the best matches of 2024. Takeshita is more of who I'm worried about. Of Man's had, where he was the alpha to Kenny's Omega, and then he kind of just fell off and disappeared after that. Like he's still super talented, but they haven't pushed him to any bit of prominence, I feel. they'll constantly tell you how great he is, but they won't book him like he's great. Like Takeshita should be a guy that, Christ, honestly, would you have Moxley lean on a guy or try and ally with a guy like Takeshita versus some of the top baby faces in AEW? Because if I'm Moxley and I want this to be the hard-hitting, tough as nails, AEW, all of that, we're going to be the alternative. Takeshita's that kind of guy because he's strong style. He's smash mouth in your face here a little bit. MDB with the dad pun of the night, I guess, of who died and made Brody king. Well, I thought of a really bad joke there, a really dark joke, and I'm going to move along as Buddy Murphy just eats a big ass Takeshita boot. Simpsons has an NFL game. I think they're just going to probably be simulcasting, like they did it with, what was it, Bengals and Cowboys. And they did it. The Nickelodeon's done it with a few of them, to where they're bringing football to the non-football audience. And you would have thought the refs only did that with Taylor Swift.
The non-football audience.
Yeah.
Champion.
Oh, discus elbow. How are you feeling, sir?
Why is this match so good? They have a big match coming up. Why are they having this match like this now? I can't complain. It's a really good match, but my God, they're going to fight Kenny and Will in like 2 weeks.
But this proves everything that we've been saying when it comes to AEW. It's not the talent, it's not the match quality or anything. Well, to an extent. It's the storyline. It's the creative. It is the booking of how we got here.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, you're not wrong. I mean, honestly, man, like Buddy Murphy on fire. The best thing that ever happened to Buddy Murphy was Malachi Black left.
Well, was it that or his significant other getting over his fuck?
Right. But I mean, again,
somebody in the chat called him Mr. Ripley.
Good buddy chance. Sorry, say that?
Called him Mr. Ripley.
Yeah, right, Mr. Ripley. Oh. Like, I love this match. I will, do this match sometime. Oh. Matthew's over. Okay, so now. Oh, bro. I like the match.
Why doesn't Buddy have a match lined up for Brisbane?
Yeah.
No, he done this match in Brisbane.
He's fighting Okada.
Oh, yeah, shit. Never mind. He's going to win the belt then. He's going to put him in a highly competitive.
Right. This is awesome. Breaks out. Hey, good job at the top of the hour.
Again, so far.
Nice.
We're an hour deep. The match quality has been great. It's everything around it. That's been the issue.
Ospreay, Mark Davis. Great match.
It was an Ospreay match.
It was an okay match.
It was there. I barely remember the match.
Oh, storyline. Bleed in the storyline as Rainmaker. Speaking of the devil. Oh.
So we're just gonna just hit your fucking move. Like, all right, he's not coming out, or even then, he ain't moving that fast. Why the fuck you keep looking? What in the Mustafa Ali with Brock Lesnar coming down the fucking entrance? What are you doing?
And he still got the best of Fletcher.
Cheeky Nando's. Back-to-back nights of Cheeky Nando's.
And he still got the best of Fletcher, even though he was. What's the point of the distraction if he recovers?
Because Okada is Poochie, I guess.
Buddy and Brody look like your tag team champions, and they should be. What the fuck? That was a 3.
1, 2. That again does it. 1, 2, 3. It's not that hard. If your hand touches the mat a third time, it's a 3 count and the match is over.
This match is way too good for what it should be right now. Takeshita and Fletcher should have got a relatively easy win over nobody.
No, because I like this. They're justifying it because you make them look strong. You make the Hellhounds look strong, even though they're going to probably lose. You make them look strong at least.
I guess, but you don't want them taking an L. You just you just renamed them.
I'd rather them take an L and they look strong as shit versus they take an L and it's a fucking 10-minute match.
No, but I'm
sacrificing what you have to have.
Yeah, no. I mean, these two teams shouldn't be anywhere near each other right now, but
vintage Fletcher.
Oh, an assisted brainbuster.
I got a 2 count on a drape over DDT.
There you go. Badass Brody and the Hellhounds get fucking drilled 2 weeks into their revamp. And Brody eats the pin because, well, Muddy Matthews is getting the push.
I mean,
I don't like it, but good match.
I don't hate it. I think it's you're making not exactly chicken salad, but you're not exactly chicken shit either.
No, to me, it's a real. You just 2 weeks ago did the Hellhounds revamped. You got Buddy Murphy going after Okada. You are trying to make us believe Takeshita Fletcher against the Dark Order for a 5-minute win where they get to act like assholes and strengthen the point that they're coming after Will and they're coming after Kenny was way better. This was such a good match. But the Hellhounds taking an L 2 weeks into this new them is so bad.
I'm not there with you. Like, I see a bit of what you're saying. I think the match being that good still kind of helps. Like I said, I get it's not the best booking, but it's far and away, I think, from the worst booking because of how good the match was.
I mean, again, I can't take any. It's Joe and Hook are having a powwow, and Nick Wayne, like Joe, just looks like he's the gym
motivational life coach before a guy goes to has the big game for high school.
He looks like he just walked in on the cool kids having a fucking joint in the bathroom.
Fucking Coach Carter ass Joe Hendry, Samoa Joe out here.
Oh man, as Christian peeks in, realizes a beatdown is upon his family, and runs away. Why is Brody? Yeah, Brody should get pinned twice a year at most.
I'm not as upset about it, but what in the after school special is this? Why? I know Christian is like everybody's dad. Samoa Joe's everybody's stepdad out here.
Yeah, and I agree with this, Boston. I mean, again, there's no intent on having either one of them lose. If you had, as here comes MJF, but if you had the Hellhounds beat up another team and look good, get a win, fine. And Takeshita and Fletcher fight, a less than stellar tag team just to be heelish and get a win. That's ideal, honestly. But it was a really good match. But the Hellhounds eating that L blows my mind.
I'm not that upset about it.
It's crazy. Hook's been interviewed for 4 months. Yeah. And the Christian contract thing is getting old, and who cares real quick.
Oh, it wasn't good to start. So it's just it's aging like spoiled milk.
Yeah. Now, see, Frank's with you, and I mean, I understand, but that the Hounds are new, but looking good in the match at least is it's important.
It's chicken shit out of chicken salad. I'm not saying it's great, but it wasn't terrible. Now,
Midwell. Ooh, bro.
Has there been more of a fall from grace than MJF? Jerry after Jerry. Why are you cutting a promo on someone who ain't even talking about you anymore? Ugh.
Well, this is interesting. The crowd's not really reacting.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's MJF at this point.
Okay.
It's a bit of a fall from grace of now what was your beacon, your North Star for this company is now fallen to the fucking ground here.
MJF's a perfect example of it doesn't matter how great you are, booking can kill you.
Yeah. Now it's all elderly wrestling.
What the fuck is Caster doing here? I said earlier when I was on my pause, Adam Page messing with Caster is a step down. Now but why do the Hangman thing if now you're going to do the MJF thing?
Wait, what?
What is this?
I don't have.
Oh.
All right. No, you're good. MJF is beyond. What in the macho attire is he wearing too, though?
Now Hangman. So Hangman MJF?
This is a fucking weird workaround to get to a MJF Hangman match. I'll say that for goddamn sure.
And then he just walked off. So Hangman's chasing Caster. Like one of your biggest stars has the mic and you did that spot?
You have MJF out there cutting a pro. Them eye to eye, them nose to nose. I don't mind that. I don't mind an MJF Hangman thing if you just are going to make it a fucking thing.
Hangman MJF, like Hangman's been really, really good. And maybe because they do like cowboy shit so much, and they just got a huge pop for him even bringing it up, that he has the opportunity to get a reaction from the fans if he shits on it. Another interruption. What the Dustin Rhodes? What?
Don't tell me that they're going to say a talentless, worthless hack and Dustin pops.
Why?
No fucking way. How are you going to do that?
Why do
How are you going to dunk on a guy subliminally like that?
Right. And why do the first run in if you were going to have this run in?
I want to get off this ride. Make it stop. Make it stop.
The dude's like, please just end this.
Well, just
anytime, my guy.
Well, no, that's just to see in MJF be from where he was MJF. And I'm, again, still full-fledged scarf-carrying member and all that. And now he's out here feuding with Dustin Rhodes, with Jeff Jarrett.
He called him a son of a bitch.
He said the shit's poop.
Dustin Rhodes cut a better promo than Jeff Jarrett.
That ain't hard. That ain't hard.
Dustin, yeah, wouldn't this be backwards? Wouldn't MJF beat up Dusty Rhodes on his way to a Jarrett match?
I don't even fucking know anymore.
He is screaming at him.
You stop talking about people's wives. And Jeff Jarrett mentioned MJF's mother being a fucking truck stop fucking rat and everything. What the fuck are you saying, Dustin?
Well, it's like Ricky Stark said, man, that low-hanging fruit's starting to dry up quick, my friend.
Yeah, it's the same promos. You can write an MJF promo at this point now pretty easily.
I like that. Sorry. Yeah, I agree. Dustin Rhodes saying, I'm the last of my kind.
So who's the last outlaw?
He's the last outlaw, right? Like they're all the last of something.
Right. He's the last dust.
Ashes to ashes and dust
to dust. To dust. Will someone put this segment in the Earth's crust? Fuck me.
Who's going to run out next?
Me, probably.
Yeah. Damien, I'm not understanding. How did we get here?
If the leader of the Hopium tribe can't figure this out, we're all fucked. We're all fucked.
Right.
The end is nigh. The end is nigh. Time to run away. The end is nigh.
Yeah. But the in-building crowd popping huge for Dustin Rhodes, guys. Big
because they haven't seen him in 6 months.
Well, apparently he's the Ring of Honor champion still. Tag champ. Texas Sons of Texas. World. I don't know what they are.
Dustin Rhodes, Texas Ranger.
Dustin, Texas Sammy.
Yeah.
Here comes MJF's rebuttal.
How $5 he mentions Cody.
Oh wow. Oh, they're in Atlanta. That's fair. That's fair.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Dusty cooked. I'm with Savage. Dusty was fucking clipping.
Dustin, not Dusty. Dusty went out here. Listen here, Maxwell.
Dusty Jr. Come on. Come on.
There's a difference between Dustin and Dusty.
Dusty Jr. is clipping.
Listen here, Maxwell. You ain't out here talking about nobody's wives or anything like that.
Right now, Maxwell's saying that basically the same stuff he said to Jarrett.
Are they just trying to make MJF like the legend killer or something? Like, just I gotta sweep out the old hazmats here, the old men.
And is Jeff Jarrett's big like comeback tour over?
Did it start? Was it a failure to launch?
Like in the gate? Like what happened?
Oh fuck! He remember called out.
Oh, big punch! Down goes MJF. Down goes MJF.
Oh.
And they're brawling. Here comes security. Who had this on their bingo card?
Nobody, because no one fucking should. It's not a matter of if you did. It is why the fuck did you?
Right. He talked about Cody. He did.
Yeah.
Asked if drugs made his brain Swiss cheese. Dustin going wild. The crowd people pumped that he brought up Cody.
Again, man still over in 2 companies.
Right?
This feud is 5 years away. Yeah.
Oh, low blow. Low blow. I love that kick. It is filthy.
The Shatter Machine?
Just no.
No, it's not the Shatter Machine. It's Shattered Dreams.
When MJF does the low blow and he does it with this like little preppy front kick.
It's like the John Jones kind of like shin kick thing, just right in the huevos.
So MJF was picking a fight with Jeff Jarrett. Then in the process started having issues. Oh, now he's giving Christopher Daniels shit. Another old guy to fight and beat up.
No, he's retired, remember?
You're going to have to come out. One more match. One more
Curry
match.
Man. MJF versus Curry Man.
But we are going to commercial break, I believe, folks. Finally. Long segment. But yeah, well, Nick, I think, is going to take a pause for a call.
Yeah, I'm going to go and yell my fucking disgust with all of this into the void and see if the void answers back. I'll be right back.
Well, I mean, again, folks, this is a very interesting scenario. And again, I'm just connecting the dots. I'm not even giving you my opinion, but let's be realistic about what we're seeing and watching every week. So Jeff Jarrett announces going on this big tour, his one last ride. We're good to go. We lock in. It looks like, okay, let's give Jarrett some momentum. And then him and MJF have an issue. And then in that process, there's a bit of an issue, a bit of an elbow rub between Hangman and MJF. And then Jeff Jarrett ends up having a match with Claudio. Seems like he gets stopped in his tracks. MJF has a run-in again with Hangman. Not leading anything. Hangman's preoccupied with Caster, of all people. And then here comes Dusty. Then there's an issue with Christopher Daniels. Like, It is I don't know. Again, without offering my opinion, that's just reporting the mess that's in front of us. And I do think that's what's hurt MJF overall as a performer. These weekly promos is just hurting. Yeah, they're killing them. A lot of talk, not a lot of action, a lot of rinse and repeat. Like again, it's like oh, here comes Jeff Jarrett, drug addict. Oh, here comes Dustin, you're a drug addict. Like it's the low hanging fruit. And to me, again, like we said with Sasha, why the Sasha Banks and Harley stuff is working for me is everybody wants to cheer for Harley. And therefore you want to boo the person that's being mean or not nice to the person you want to cheer. But you got to give us people we want to cheer for MJF stuff to work. But if you're just insulting somebody we don't care about, it doesn't really mean much. You're just shadow boxing. You're punching air. MJF was hot as anybody could be in this business, and this just ain't it overall. It's just not it. Now Dusty was fired up, killer promo. The guy's a vet, big reactions from the crowd, but I don't know, man. It's messy. Is Tony Khan lowering the market value of MJF? Yes. No. Maybe a little. I think if MJF was a free agent a year ago, his offers would have been bigger. But so you got a point, Jose. Is he doing it on purpose? I don't think he's doing it on purpose because we've seen this with others. We just talked about the Hurt Business or getting over as baby faces. Then you don't really help them out. We talked about Swerve. Swerve could be the Jey Uso of AEW, and you just book him in a way that we can't do it. Every arena you go to should have Swerve merch, and it should be represented, and it should be constant. Everybody should be swing. Everybody should be on their feet for Swerve. I think it's by accident, Jose. The Wolfman has nards. Just give MJF a damn match, TK. Yeah. But here comes Mariah May, who will be on commentary for Tony Storm taking on Queen Aminata. I don't even know why I'm putting a poll up for this one, but I'm pretty confident we all know who's going to win this one. That's crazy that Grand Slam is being pushed. And that they kind of didn't want to say it out loud till this week. It's very intriguing that that's how this played out. How do you guys feel about that? There we go. There we go. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Who you taking? We love the polls. There you go, Jose. Stay off the poll, my guy. But here comes Queen Aminata. Rest in peace, Irv Gotti. Oh, it's murder. Crazy. The promos ain't hurting MJF. The direction of the company is. Tony Khan has absolutely no idea how to book short-term or long-term, and clearly needs some serious help to tell better stories. Wrestling, no, but again, the material, and I think I think it goes hand in hand. I think you can only deliver to a certain point, right? Like, I said it earlier during the MJF promo, if you are going to have him in this situation, it proves that booking is so important. So I guess part of that argument becomes, what do you do if you're MJF? You just go out and do your best. But if they keep lining up the same scenarios, you got a point, right? Like, it's on the company. It's on them to figure out why. And again, if you have talent that are getting themselves over, you got to know how to feel that out. You got to read the room. It's not just about what you and your friends like. Read the fucking room. The best parts of the show is wrestling, but the storytelling sucks. Yeah, and I mean, we had a really good tag match. We've had a couple okay matches in there. This match should be fun. As Toni Storm is here dressed as Mariah May. A role reversal. This is wonderful, says Tony Schiavone. MJF versus Retirement Homes. JJ. Yeah. Christopher Daniels is up next. Watch out. He might go after the Rock and Roll Express. You never know. He's just looking. Where's Tully? So we got Tony, we got Queen Aminata, and Tony looking all Mariah May tonight, as 95% of the chat is taking Tony. 96. 4% to nobody. 0% to Queen Aminata. That is insane. That is one of the funnest results we've ever had to a poll. That is too funny. 4% think nobody's going to get a W here, but 0% think Queen's going to steal one. We're not going to call her Mariah, okay? Liv Morgan is better than Tony and Mariah. My guy, let it go. Mariah May is super talented. Toni Storm, to me, is the best of the three of them overall. Liv's great. Did she forget who she was again? Yeah, just another identity crisis from Toni Storm. Mind games, Jose. Mind games. You 100% have to utilize the moment of talent and get over, but it only lasts so long without the right guidance. Yeah, again, you're right? Like, it's like being the slugger of the last place team. Yeah, you're banging out homers, but the rest of the team's garbage, and you're taking L's left, right, and center. So, yeah, again, definitely have a valid point with that. And again, I mean, it does reflect poorly on the artist, right? The fortunate part for Tony Khan is he gets to sit in the back, right? It's MJF out in front of us. It's the other talent out in front of us dying because of the decisions other people are making. Tony dodging, hip thrusting Queen to the floor. Has KJ or Nick watched Fourth Rope Wrestling yet? No. Timeless Toni Storm wins. Makes sense. Toni Storm is playing mind games with Mariah May. Yes, she is, Safit. I'm taking Queen. AR1. We got one. Damn it. It would suck to see somehow dress up like you, but better. Yeah, do you? Okay, is Queen Aminata posing for the camera? What is happening? As we go to picture, folks, I will take a second to remind everybody we are back tomorrow. The Wing of the Ring returns. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun one as we go toe to toe to toe. The host of the shows will sit down. We will have hot wings, hotter than we've ever had before, and we go through some wrestling trivia. It's going to be a fun night. 8 p.m. Be there live. 7:30 Friday. SmackDown. 3+ hours. Live all night long. And then Sunday, of course, it is our Super Bowl party. Going to be a fun day. Going to be a fun time. Make sure you're there. Bring your snacks. Bring your feel good. And enjoy the show. I'm pretty confident, and we haven't made it official yet, but I'm taking the Eagles, forcing Nick to cheer for the Chiefs. Put it that way. He might have a trick up his sleeve, but I think that's how this one's going to play out. I'm putting him in the Chiefs locker room. He can cheer for Kermit. Why Serena Deeb? You might have to elaborate on that thought. MDP probably fell off of his chair seeing Tony's outfit. Let's go. Yes, it happens. Remember, super chat, super stickers. Do our best to click on all of them, buddy. You know it. And if it was something about the ladies' bottom, I'm probably going to skip over it. Silly rabbit. But right now, Queen Aminata is in control of Toni Storm in the picture, folks. My joke was ruined. Cut to Maurice. Who was in better Nikki Bella? One of the best ever. I like it. Let the mind, like these intense mind games. I pretended to be somebody, then I pretended to be me, then I pretended to be me who forgot about me pretending to be. Now I'm pretending to be you. I don't think Tony is acting as Mariah. Instead, she's making fun of her. Yeah, she's mocking her. For sure. Something like that, Christopher. Be here tomorrow. I wonder if Tony Khan coming up with his booking ideas using. I don't know what he's using. I think part of the problem is too much creative control is spread around the company. Too many people have a say in what they do and don't do. Sometimes I think that lends to us having a very disjointed Dynamite. There's not a real solid flow. And overall, again, just bad decisions. And again, you hear all the positives that come out with, when we're talking about it, like, oh man, what a good match, or that was really good, or these guys would be great. Love these wrestlers. It's just always boils down to how did we get here? Why are they doing this? Why doesn't it make sense? Fly, Eagles, fly. Tony looking beautiful. That's lovely. Lovely. Richard, I don't think Tony's acting. Got that one. Irv passed away. Welcome back. Terrible timing. Speaking of murder.
Scream murder. I don't believe you murder. Sorry, I had to. But yeah. Well, you mentioned about like MJF is the one that's out there that's got to eat it to an extent. And yeah, MJF stock falls. Tony's doesn't, because Tony will never lose stock in the hardcores, in the sickos, in that fan base. But MJF will. Ooh. Hangman will. All of that.
Yeah, it's a big shotgun drop kick by Tony. Yeah, again, it's unfortunate. It is I kind of use the analogy of being the best hitter on the worst place, the worst team in the league. Like, you're smashing balls every day, and you're still catching L's. And that's what it kind of feels like, where for a long time, MJF was smashing homers, dingers, left, right, and center, but his squad kept taking L's.
Well, it's like you had a really good home run hitter, and you asked him, that was a right-hander, and you asked him to start batting left-handed. Yeah, you had a good goalie, so let's try him out at center. Yeah. Let's see how we're doing here.
Right. Matthews, defense tonight. Keep the puck out.
Right, exactly.
Like, wait, what?
Mahomes, you're playing offensive tackle tonight.
Strawberry,
Kelsey, get back there as quarterback. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh. Nice recovery. And Queen's put on good matches, good entrance, good look. A talented lady.
She would be fantastic in NXT.
Why did they show Serena Deeb? I missed it, Frankie.
Did they? I did not see.
Wow, Tony. Again, this is another weird situation where a relative nobody is beating the shit out of the challenger in front of the champion.
Oh, queen of nobody, though.
She's not much of anybody.
She's big in Ring of Honor.
She is an L machine.
Oh, yeah. On Dynamite, do you call it main roster with AEW and everything?
I don't know what we call it anymore.
Yeah.
This is awesome chance breaking out.
Mariah May out here, I just noticed out there doing the best 90s, fashion trend of when you bedazzled the side of your face and everything.
Right.
She got jewels on her eyes like she's a genie in a bottle.
A really good match.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing is Queen Aminata's super talented. That's why I'm saying, like, she fits perfectly to say with NXT. If a Ring of Honor was on television instead of behind a fucking paywall, Tony, she would be a much bigger star. Instead, anytime she's got any actual TV time, she takes those.
Right. Tony, Mariah May Storm gets the win.
Yeah, well, I heard you even mention about when somebody comes out and looks better than you at you. And it's like cut to Maurice being a better Nikki Bella.
Right. So February 15th. So what were we thinking? The NBA All-Star stuff's done at 10?
I would assume so, round about 10 o'clock.
That is crazy. Like, to me, that is management decision-making.
100%. And I think it's so funny that, again, they've kind of pulled it up on some of the graphics. I think it took us a minute to read it, vitamins, but that they don't have a set time. It's just immediately following the broadcast of the NBA All-Star, slam dunk contest and everything. So that could be 10 o'clock, 10:15, 10:30, what have you.
That's crazy.
I'm Mariah May.
Mariah May pissed off. Spaz killing me with this super chat.
Read it. I don't have my glasses on. I can't read it.
Oh, it says, I'm going to pretend to be an actress, have someone else pretend to be me, but not the actress me, the real me that wasn't the real me. And then when she turns, I'll be not me, real me, and then play her. Nailed it.
As confusing as that was, I feel like that's an accurate summation of this fucking story. I remixed the remix. It was back to normal.
Yeah, facts.
Dude, what are you? Fucking Ricochet laugh right there. The Jada laugh. The KJ laugh.
All right. I'm looking forward to this match, man. I like that they're running it back. And you can have another match at Revolution between the same two women.
No one's mad at the match. We're all just mad how the we got here.
We got more Dustin. Dustin eating up TV time. Man, he fucking
just sweeping up that TV time.
He's passionate tonight.
Yeah, because this is his one time on TV for the month. Think about it. He ain't going to be on TV again.
Boy. Next Tuesday night, by the way. Next Tuesday night. Unless he fucked up.
I mean, maybe. But
how many people use that bitch punchline in this company?
Fair enough. I'm the last of my kind, so I'm not the last outlaw. I'm the last of my kind. You know what would be a way more emotional story if this was the last year of Dustin versus the last year of Jarrett?
Yeah, I think so. But I think Dustin signed for like 3 more years.
I'm just here because I'm a stupid little con man who won't let me stop. Oh, it's a Big Bill with a video package. Did you see him and Enzo reunite on the cruise? And his name is Big Bill, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. It's almost like, hey, Tony, you have a license to print money.
Yes.
Fucking do it.
Fuck Jericho. Bring in Enzo and let them chase the teams that you have trying. You have an opportunity here to build up a fun tag team division again.
Enzo, and for copyright reasons, it's just the letter N and then Zo,
right?
Versus Big Bill, and you get them versus the Hurt Syndicate. Mm-hmm. You have your big baby faces versus your big heels right there.
Wow.
Bandito again out here of just man loves to hurt himself. But yeah, no, to hell with Chris Jericho, to hell with any of this. Go back and think in like 2019 or so, if you would have said, I'll take Enzo Amore over Chris Jericho, and please give that to me now. Get rid of Jericho. It's so crazy to think that Jericho, who once beat The Rock and Austin in the same night, is now hopefully getting replaced by Enzo Amore.
Right. So now
what is with this New York Minute? I know you say we traded him to the U.S., but fuck off. You can take him back.
I don't get it. He lives in Florida. He's from Winnipeg. I don't get it. I know we had a match in New York, but that's done. Like, what are we doing? Like,
in New York.
How does the New York Minute tie into the tree?
Nothing ties into the tree. Nothing works with the tree. It is It's all bad. Just scrap it all.
And now he's talking about Bandito. Come on. Come on.
Big Bill out here with a shirt I need to wear into the bedroom with the missus. Too much, man.
Jericho sending the bounty hunter after the Bandito.
That would be a fantastic Ring of Honor World title match. Oh, wait. Shit.
They're chanting, shut the fuck up.
And it's who has more legitimate I can't stand you heat? Hulk Hogan, Logan Paul, or Chris Jericho?
See,
pull that, motherfucker. Pull that.
I think I'm biased. Overall, I think, oh, wait, we got an interruption. That's what we needed. More Jericho on the fucking. Get off! Powerhouse Hobbs, who's in the Jericho Vortex.
That's what it is. It's a vortex of suck fest, whatever. It's all bad.
As all three men are beating up Hobbs. Oh, and here come the Outrunners. Big so
he's taken down, to an extent, in the past couple weeks, the Death Riders, Rated FTR, the Outrunners. He's already sucked all the life force out of Big Bill and Bounty Hunter Brian Keith.
Right. And the reason why I wear this most Wednesdays nowadays, guys, let's be real. You're telling me the Outrunners start getting the biggest pops in the company. They don't get to be on Dynamite. They're not in the tag team division consistently. And all of a sudden they're in something with Jericho. That's not a coincidence. We've watched this happen again and again and again. This man is a horrible cancer to this company. And again, Tony's decision-making is crippling AEW's success.
Chris Jericho is Nosferatu of wrestling. Just literally, he has to get by on, this young talent's getting over. Christ, you lost Ricky Starks to an extent because of that. You fucked over Bandito a bit because of that.
Why
do we still have the New York Minute?
They haven't even taken the graphic down.
That around and everything. It'd be like, imagine again if one of us was on a pause, we just left it up.
You just left it.
Like you deal with it.
Yeah,
we have a New York Minute. So when we replay this,
and it went 12,
showing how that's a New York Minute. It's not fast. It's slow apparently.
Yeah, apparently, like New York traffic. Well, Hobbs and Bill are having a fight. All over the table, onto the floor. It's chaos.
This is, again, that's a match I want to see. Like, when you do Bandito and Brian Keith, again, like I said, all jokes aside, that's a Ring of Honor World title match, but instead you've got it around the bloated waist of Chris Jericho on the hopes that for the second time now we've tried it, that the Ring of Honor might get a TV deal because Jericho's champion.
They went to commercial. They killed the cameraman and went to commercial.
Well, they got to have to if they don't have a cameraman.
Right. Harley was one of the boat with him. She was on the cruise performing. Stay away, Jericho. This is the next thing. The first female member of the Learning Tree. Here comes Harley with a Jericho puppet.
Interrupt that.
With a Jericho puppet.
That because she'll do a puppet show now for the Learning Tree.
Yeah,
she didn't say that.
I'm telling you.
I just started to like her. Don't you say that.
Right? Fuck that. Let's go. I will remind everybody we are on Twitch and we are climbing, trying to get to 50 Twitchers, folks. So if you haven't followed us on Twitch yet, make sure you do so. We are in an impromptu commercial break, at least that's the way it felt. Hobbs going. If Jericho wasn't there and it was just Big Bill and Brian Keith, it's fine. We're good.
Makes a lot more sense.
Jericho.
Well, and Big Bill, W. Morrissey has actually, I think, he solidified himself even before. That's why I'm pissed about him being in the Learning Tree. Same thing with Brian Keith. I loved the Bounty Hunter before he got into his goddamn Learning Tree. And W. Morrissey, before he became Big Bill, was really establishing himself on the independents. He was on that Mike Santana track a little bit. He decided to hop off for a tree.
Well, yeah. And I mean, again, I think this channel's one of its best ever like disappointed pops was when Brian Keith came out and it was revealed he was part of the learning tree, and your reaction of like just sheer rage.
It was like, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. I just hate everything.
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I'm good. Just leave me alone.
It's like the Bills after the fucking Chiefs game.
Right.
I literally popped it or I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
Let it be.
Jay White, Cope versus Claudio Mox Grand Slam. I guess this helps set up Cope Moxley for Grand Slam. Jay White gets lost in the mix. And do the trios titles ever mean anything to anybody?
I'm had in my bold predictions for 2025 that those go the way of the dinosaur, and it's starting to look more and more like it may be. But again, I'm not like hallucinating or anything like that. I'm not misremembering. They advertised at one point Jay White versus Moxley at Grand Slam for the world title. You're here every Wednesday, so okay. So they advertise that. Now we just scrap all of that for a tag match because Brisbane advertised. What?
Yeah, I think you're spot on. Sorry, I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah, no, 100% of just why are we just the world title picture is the same with every title picture, every story at this point now. It's so much just throwing shit at the wall and hoping people whatever sticks or whatever people forget.
Yeah, it just lacks conviction. I think that's one of my biggest issues is that it just, I feel like the bigger company that people don't like to talk about at times in this world, whatever direction they step into, 9 times out of 10, not always, they step confidently in that direction. This is what we're going to do, and we do it. And we deliver it clear and concise. I find this company not that confident, and we know why because of the booker, of where it's just very flimsy. So it's just wishy-washy and messy, and yeah, that sounds good. It's like the same thing of like, just throw some sprinkles on it. Like, yeah, like just whatever, oh, what about this? Go ahead.
Right? So the tree gets chopped down and tossed out of the arena as I've got Swerve coming out. But yeah, I said it, and I'm going to keep saying it now because it's becoming more and more obvious, and we've been seeing it more and more of one company is working the dirt sheets, the other is worked by the dirt sheets of the way that the IWC, the way that Twitter goes is the way that Tony Khan goes.
Ricochet jumping Swerve in the aisleway with the chair. Again, a lot of brawling this week, just like last week.
Now, there's no stip to this match, correct? Just straight on singles match?
Yeah, but the bell hasn't gone, so you can do whatever you want to your opponent prior to the bell.
Bro, who we talking? You can do whatever you want during the match, regardless.
Who's Rico? Rico is
Willie and Chuck's manager.
I'm too lazy to do his whole name.
Rico Suave.
Figure it out.
If you don't know by now, just pick the other guy.
If you don't know me by now. And Nana got the crowd going. This is a great main event. This is a great way to kind of end the night with energy. Nana does an amazing job hyping the crowd. Again, this is better than the other stuff you're booking at the top of your card.
I really hope that this is like a nice palate cleanser for the rest of the show because we might salvage this if we bookend it well.
Two. Trying to link up with you.
Well, I am nowhere near you, so just go with it. I just got ding-dings, yeah.
Okay. I got him backing into the corner. I know it makes no sense. Logan Paul versus Joe Hendry Ultimate X match. Well, you lose us in the second half, Spaz. I mean, Logan Paul, Joe, sounds fun on paper. 2 guys that love social media. But again, a bit of a fantasy book that I don't hate. The Ultimate X is kind of why.
I hope you didn't pull your back out reaching for that, my guy. But I can go with you, but only so far.
Well, thank you so much again for the super chat, sir. Swerve for the win. Swerve Strickland for the win. They're feeding the guns to the Hurt Syndicate next week. Are they really? That's rough. That's rough.
But again, I'm hoping that it becomes a bit of a feud. You have more than just one match. Unfortunately, it seems at times AEW loves their one matches. But yeah, that could be, payoff at Revolution. You get, you trade wins, then you get a match between those two at Revolution.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you have a consistent build, like if they were connected to each other for 4 or 5 months, like we've seen in good storytelling, yeah, I'm with you, guys. And I mean, we saw Swerve Hangman had a really nice run last year. That's what they could do with this. The scissors, wow. Ricochet kicking Swerve out of the air.
Woo-hoo! I am, yeah.
Tope Ricochet.
Another kick at the air.
Back to the outside.
Tope.
You got the tope. Getting an Irish whip into the guardrail.
Yeah, just hooked into there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Both men standing on the guardrail.
Huge props to the fake Sting ringside. Looks a lot like Sting. No, they just made him buy a ticket.
Right.
No comps for good Hall of Famers.
I mean, something we haven't talked much about, but Sting makes it public. He is no longer, this is the last year, another retirement tour, the last year of the face paint. Going forward.
Yeah, how do you retire from retiring?
Oh my God. Wow. Ricochet down. Paper. You're right, Jay. You're 100% right, my guy. And we're off and cooking. Get in the ring a little, though.
Yeah.
But such a pet peeve of mine. It's spinal. Ouch.
Oh, yeah. Well, and again, no count. No 1, 2. No, none of that.
I like, you know what I think because they do it this way, but when the ref gets to like 6 or 7 and the guy rolls in, breaks the count, rolls out. I used to love that. They need to do that.
Well, it's still being mindful. It's not insulting your audience because you still are paying attention to the rules. It's how Braun Breaker got a fucking pop for putting his foot on the bottom rope because we all know if you watch wrestling, that breaks the count.
Oh, catapult under the bottom turnbuckle. Yeah, and again, it gives that idea of I know there's a risk of losing, but I want to beat him up a little more. So I'm going to break the count. I'm going to go back out and lay some whooping. I'm not ready to get back in this.
They just slide in, they break the count, they slide back out. I got an extra 10 seconds to whoop his ass, and then I get close to it. Yeah.
Next week, Dustin Rhodes. Now, in my mind, Dustin Rhodes match should have happened prior to Jeff Jarrett match.
This whole thing's just confusing at this point. I don't know. I need my Alzheimer's pills. This is all senile wrestling here with this. What the fuck?
It is definitely. It's all like, dude. You're the. Scarf carrying member for anyone.
I'll put the scarf on to talk about this point.
Right, like
I'm a scarf carrying member of this whole thing, and it's just to me, it's exposing very much how. I've said it for going on 2 years now and been calling my shot with this. This booking is WCW they just are mashing storylines together. Your main event scene is getting older and older. While your young guys like your Swerves, your Hangmans, your MJFs, all of that are flailing in the wind. You said it earlier of it's 2 steps backwards, of it's Hangman's moving backwards instead of forwards with Caster.
Oh yeah, and why is he fucking around? And again, it's like even a guy like Joe, you brought Joe back. Everybody loves Joe. Everybody cheers for Joe. Everybody wants to go Joe. And you got to mess around with Hook and Sabian and just not. Again, you're not elevating your talent. It's like, dude, it's like getting like fresh lobster out of the ocean and then like microwaving it. Like that's what it like you're doing. It doesn't make sense.
You can have that fresh lobster. I'll take my artificial crab meat, my guy.
Right? I got a Mick lobster. Let's go.
Right. Taking fresh, New England seafood, but
Right.
I'll take a fucking fish fillet there.
Do you guys have Mick lobster?
What the fuck are you? That's a thing?
It's like a
I thought you were just making a joke. That's a fucking thing on y'all menu?
Yeah.
No, Mick lobster.
In the East Coast, not in all parts of Canada, but on the East Coast of Canada, you can get Mick lobster, like the McRib, but it's got like artificial seafood in it.
No, not at all. I live in New England. I've never heard of that.
Y'all got to get hooked up with a Mick lobster.
Shazam saying it's an Atlantic Canada thing. Well, there you
He's
go.
right. He's 100% right. Atlantic. Even just call it East Coast. Call it Atlantic Canada. Near and dear to my heart.
That's the thing, though, too. I'm with Mega, though, a little bit. Who's also Canadian. I don't know if I would trust a Mick lobster.
No.
I barely struggle to trust a McDouble. You gonna fuck around with seafood there? That's why I won't eat a fish fillet.
You draw that line of like, what's next? McSushi? Like, no, we're good.
Yeah, no, you go fuck there. Never buy gas station or grocery store sushi. It's fucking bad.
No. But we got back out of commercial break. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was gonna make a worse joke, so have at it.
I'm glad I got you.
Yeah, he saved me.
No, don't. I don't recommend it. Hashtag not sponsored. Logan versus Hendry. I mean, for a sponsorship, I'll eat the fuck.
I'll take a bite of a fucking Mick lobster for a sponsorship. I'll be like Krusty the Clown. I'll take a bite and just spit it out off seat. Right. What the fuck was that?
Code breaker. Out of the second turnbuckle. No thanks. Yeah, it's a thing.
I'll take a good morning burger from Krusty Burger versus a Mick lobster.
I like the geographical, the different menus geographically around the world.
Well, Alex is bringing up something, but it's quote unquote secret menu.
Yeah, that's going.
I didn't read it, but we clicked it.
Right, that's going back. But
McRib
yeah, Ricochet drop kick.
Sorry.
No, we're good. So they're chanting whose house? Ricochet. The fans don't even know how to do their job properly.
But I get initially, and I'm losing the scarf now, but I get that a lot of people initially with Ricochet were very much like, oh, he can't do this. Oh, they can't stand him. Oh, he's sucking again. All of that. No, it's all been just a slow play heel turn. I really dig now him being this kind of, unhinged heel of against the fans.
Yeah, no, 100%. But again, I mean, it was a smart move because to me, they were listening to the audience. And again, up against Swerve, who you can hear the fans want to be behind it. It works well, and the match has been all right, folks. That's amazing, Shazam. I've been very similar stories, but those buckets of muscles never go wrong. Not McMuscles, just straight up muscles.
Well, yes, I've had my share of seafood and everything, and I don't like eating snot from a shell. But yeah.
Okay, I see what's up. Oh, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Wherever the workhorse, yes, he is. And again, last week you really booked your show backwards in a lot of ways. Tonight, we're ending the night on a great note. It's going to help their overall mark from the fans, sending us off happy for the most part. We'll see. But again, it's a good match to end the show on.
I think they've salvaged this show they've done a really good job of bookending. They started it off hot. First 30 seconds or so, little clunk in the junk, but then the brawl down, beat down with Moxley and crew and everything got it off to a fast-paced start. It struggle to get through the gears, but we're ending it on a good note, I feel.
Right? House call by Swerve. Going to the top. Alex, I think that's incorrect.
What?
No, he was telling us what a Mick thingy was, but stop!
Do you feel like they've kind of, it's crazy how Swerve's gone from AEW World Champ to where he's at?
Sorry, you have to say that last part again.
Do you think it's a little bit of a fall from grace of how Swerve's gone from AEW World Champ from, top of card to where he's at now?
Yes and no. I mean, I understand he can't be at the top forever. And I now with this right now in this moment, this is better. And I mean, this has been good. But if he's just floundering and doing nothing, I mean, a hell of a match. He just hit his finisher and the stomp, and Ricochet kicked out. Then they botched and to a suplex. They were going for a poison rana on the apron.
This has helped Swerve get back into that better graces, I'll say, and it's definitely helped Ricochet.
Oh, it's been huge. Other than, like I said, man, if I was writing this show, 450. Wow, 2-2. If I was writing this show, the only thing I would have changed was no scissors. Just two men that hate each other. No scissors.
Really? The same company, the same show the same company, the same show that had Scissor Me Daddy. You say no scissors?
2-2-2. That's another reason why they shouldn't have touched the fucking scissors. You already had a scissor gimmick.
That scissors was gone. Them scissors was rusty.
Ooh. Okay. Wow. Holy shit. Swerve just exploded Ricochet's face. Wow, he's gonna win clean, lickety split. Oh no, he got his foot up. No, come on, ref. Man, is this the NFL or what? And then the finisher he stole from Will Ospreay. And we get a 3. Big win for Ricochet, though. Good match.
And like you said, with a few other feuds like Seth and Punk and everything, how we got that on the debut of Netflix. Just because they had the match now doesn't mean it's the last match.
Yes. What I will say is you cannot kick your opponent in the balls in front of the referee.
I'm not trying to inflict rules on AEW officials anymore. They're close to NFL officials in Kansas City of just, there is no law. There is no reasoning. I see there is no reasoning with you.
And Ricochet putting on the cloak or the robe or
just mushing Nana.
But
no. Come on.
Dude, this is where you annoy fans like me. You have a really, really good match. But then you have Swerve come off the top. Ricochet puts his foot up in the air. He lands on it. It's clearly a low blow. The ref's there. And you just roll over and pin him. You hit him with the elbow. It's done.
And fucking Excalibur is not even putting over the result of this match. He's putting over MJF versus Dustin Rhodes for next week.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Excalibur. Put over the end of the show. Fucking use Twitter. Do a fucking press release, what have you. Do a little video, a little short, what have you. So couldn't put over what's happening on Dynamite. Put over the end of the show, asshole.
Finish the job. Job.
Well, that was a great match.
It really was.
Finish you can question however you want to, but again, it's still, I don't think you said it, I've said it, that this isn't the last time these two are going to have a match. But put that over. That was a fantastic way to end your show. Put the end of your show over.
Really good.
Sell this instead of that.
Right? No, for sure. And again, listen, you can vent all you want about the lucha from Michigan because I've done it to death. But I mean, again, good wrestling between the bells, pretty solid tonight across the board. a couple things, like I said, the Will Ospreay match, if you're going to do a long promo, we probably didn't need that tonight. But beyond that, I think you have a real, quality tag team match, really good main event. The ending sucks, but that's where you do this, like you do this really good thing and you find a way to just muck it up a little. Like, damn, like every time.
Right. Well, and again, Jose, thank you for the $2 super
Perfect.
chat. And I feel like we both talked about
Right.
this and everything. I know we brought it up on the last AEW pay-per-view where them closing out 2024 going into 2025 of can you stick the fucking landing?
Yeah.
That's what it is. They can get close.
Yeah.
But
they were that close.
Ain't it.
That's it. All they got to do is plant that foot. They don't take the step back. And that's what it feels like is they're right there at the ending. And all they had to do was find a strong way. Swerve goes up at the top. Ricochet throws himself. Or you know what? Ricochet's a heel. Ricochet gets up, bumps the ref into the rope. The rope causes Swerve to come down. Ricochet eats him off the turnbuckle, throws the elbow, gets the pin. It makes sense, and you have a reason to boo the guy. But when you boot him in the nuts right in front of me, come on, you're that close.
I fully hear you and fully agree with you. I'm just so blasé, just don't care anymore about the AEW refs and everything of like Remsburg, Aubrey, the three blind mice at this point. I don't give a anymore. How many times did we count 3 counts that they didn't count?
It was
I'm just way past that of like, just give me a regular, like a finish that I would at least believe. Fuck the ref, because I don't need to make the ref do anything more than he already can't do.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think there was a lot of good things here. There's a lot of really good talent on this show. There's a lot of reasons if you're an AEW fan to keep hope and not give up. And I know some of the fans out there are going to be beating their drum for what a great Dynamite tonight. But let's be real. Let's be honest. As much as they had really good in-ring action, there were some flaws, some moments that, again, ultimately the buck stops with the booker, it's like any sports team. It comes down to the coach. You can have an all-star team, but if the coach have you all running backwards, it don't fucking mean shit how good you guys are. So that's what this feels like more and more each and every day.
Yeah, we said it. We joked about it. You even threw out, Matthews, you're playing defenseman tonight. Mahomes, you're starting center instead of quarterback. Like that's what it is a little bit here. Of you can have the most talented, deep roster. You can have every asset to you, but if you can't manage the fucking game and can't manage the fucking team, you're lost. You're without a fucking paddle.
A little bit. But folks, Dynamite has gone off the air. We will take your ratings out of 10. Hang around and kind of break it down for a couple minutes here. But let us know, how did you feel about the show tonight? What did you like? What didn't you like? What was good, bad, in between? A Richard 6.5. I think Mr. Quake was 5.5. Again, this one will be a little interesting to kind of grade as we go through. I mean, I'm kind of torn because there was stuff I really liked, but then you start deducting points, right? Jericho, you lose some points. Some of the messiness, some of the clunkiness. Why did you have a run-in? I get it. Oh, they're teasing Adam Page. Yeah, but you want him to fight Dustin. So don't really get us complicated. Keep it simple, stupid.
So see, the thing is they're stupid and they still can't keep it simple. That's the fucking issue. On one hand, there was parts I really liked, like the in-ring, the actual matches were solid.
Yeah.
It's everything around it. It's like if you get handed like the best sandwich, but it's handed to you in like tinfoil and saran wrap, and there's a fucking cat sleeping on the fucking bread and everything. Like, why the fuck am I expecting this to taste good? But it hits. Yeah.
It's almost like a really good sandwich and the bread is moldy. You're like, fuck. I'm really going to eat this sandwich. And it's probably not going to make me feel good if I do. Like Homer, right? Like, it's still good. It's still good.
It's a little airborne. It's still good. It's still good.
I give it a 7.3. I'm kind of in that 6.5 generous 7 tonight.
All right, you got to pick a line there. That's a bit vague.
I'll give them.
I'll meet you in the middle at 6.25 or 6 3/4.
6.75. Yeah, I mean, I'm right there. I'm right there. I mean, again, I think the good was really good. The bad was really bad. There wasn't a whole lot in the middle. and overall was better than last week. I'm pretty like it wasn't a boring show. It just was a mess. It's a mess.
Could have been a 7, but that Mark Davis heel turn didn't need to happen.
That heel pivot he did.
Yeah. How about a little? He was doing the John Cena. How about a little heel turn?
Right. 7. Yeah, I'm kind of in that neighborhood. 9.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
Robert's gonna love that in-ring action. Hounds of Hell, a great match. Unbelievable match. Even though I philosophically don't love it, I won't knock the show for it. Hell of a match. Main event was a really good match. The ending a little contrived. What were the other good, like Queen Aminata?
It was solid. Like, that's the thing, is bell to bell, between the bells and between the ropes, solid show. Yeah. Everything around it
was just a mess.
Right, that's the thing. It's having a really good cake with shit frosting on it.
Right. Like, they really should call it fucking AEW Blender, because that's what it feels like on a weekly. But 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Awesome show. 9. I figured Robert would go high. Nothing wrong with that, Robert. Again, your emphasis is, I got no problem with that. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
You sold me on Harley Cameron, so I'll give it a 7. I'll move it up. He gets a quarter point for Muppet time.
The longer we stay
it's time to light the light.
Dude, listen, I will accept this as a big moment. If I got you over to the Harley side, then I think, again, all it took was a puppet. You were amused. You're like, I'm in.
I'm a simple man, okay? I'm a simple man. I don't know what love is.
Yeah, right. Good match to the end of the show. And I think that's a big difference between this week and last week, is that when you end the show, if you had a bad show with a good match, that lasting impression kind of gives you a little more love for the show. But you could have a good show that ends with a bad match and sour you completely. Last week, the main event was outright garbage, and we left all in a huffy mood. So, much better job in that situation tonight.
Yeah, so on how it's the aftertaste. It's how you leave. Your last impression has to be as good, if not better, than your first impression.
That's yeah. I've heard that before.
Pause. Well, I'm going to really quickly click on this because I like this from Alex Cantu saying, Wrestling for Life Wing in the Ring trivia sponsored by Wingstop. We need some goddamn actual sponsors. Yeah.
Let's go. I'm down. Let's do it. We should reach out and say hi. But 100%. Yeah, I mean, overall, are you excited about, like, the Grand Slam thing? Blows my mind.
Don't ask me about Grand Slam. No one's excited for that because no one knows when the fuck it is. We had to decipher that during the show,
and we're still not positive. We
got
a good idea. It's like, sit in front of your TV on Saturday. Eventually, you'll see a wrestling show.
It's doing better selling you the TNT, the NBA dunk contest than it is fucking Grand Slam.
But, ladies and gentlemen, that is Dynamite tonight. We appreciate you for being with us tonight. Yes, did see this message. Sad T's and P's going out to Irv and his family. But yeah, Rick Ross, let's go.
False accusations.
But, ladies and gentlemen, we are back tomorrow. Wing of the Ring, as we were just joking about. We are upping the ante. We are upping the stakes. We are upping the heat. We're upping it all. But it's going to be a fun one. Anthony will defend his title 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Come and see our grudge match. And don't forget, Sunday, Super Bowl party. It's going to be a fun one live at 6:30. We will be here live all night long and hopefully celebrating an Eagles victory, even though I don't like either of these teams.
Yeah, we need to stop the three-peat. We need to stop the three-peat.
Stop Kermit. Hashtag stop Kermit.
Where's Miss Piggy? Whoa, fucking shit. Well, I was about to call Taylor Swift Miss Piggy. Never mind. But yeah, no, we need to stop the three-peat.
Fair enough. Well, before we get a pig stuck in our throat, we're going to move on, folks. But thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Be a friend, tell a friend. Check out all our socials. And I think Nick's ready to go.
Yeah, if I can breathe. But our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is all authentic. When you talking about that rest, you're able to put that for life with it.
Come back tomorrow, folks. We're gonna eat some wings. See you on the flip side. Good night.